So, last time, the party was in the city of Hale, and it was February 9th, the year 763. It was evening, and the party has gone on to do some shopping, and basically spend the evening either, talking with each other or, other activities. I believe the agreement was to meet up later that night. Was that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and crank the time to, we'll say 10 p.m., and Vera and Lovette and Petra and Karis all meet back at the Inn, which is actually probably where Karis, Lovette, and Petra already were. They were scarfing down food and drink and trying to have a conversation with each other. So at that point, Vera, I'm assuming, returns from her shopping trip, new items in hand and equipped.
So what Vera did is she went and bought a shitload of amber. Then she went back to cast her ritual, went to the hive to imbue her weapon and armor, and then came back afterward.
Okay, works for me. So that puts you all inside the Inn, which is a hop-in place right there in the central forum of the city. It is the primary hangout spot for most adventurers in the city. So there's quite a few other people in here that look to be folks of similar life paths to you guys, which I think is probably something I haven't really gone into very much. Maybe it seems like sometimes you're the only adventurers in the world, but certainly aren't. Anywho, you guys are sitting in there eating and drinking when Vera will return from her trip.
Very different armor.
Would you like to describe it?
The main portion of it is very amber, it's a dark amber, and on the sides there are a lot of comb-like structures, just like holes in the side, but very bright in comparison to the old brown one. And you can also see some bees and wasps on the armor, currently just moving around.
That's lovely.
It's literally crawling all over you?
Yeah.
It looks like the wasps are building, like a nest kind of thing. But in its current state, it looks pretty snazzy.
Nice.
Pretty fucking awesome.
I don't like wasps.
It's hornets I have to worry about.
No, I understand. I like bees. I love bees. They're adorable, especially bumblebees.
Fuck bumblebees.
But I love bumblebees. They're adorable. Wasps and hornets, no, they're just nope.
I'm afraid of everything.
So Vera walks in then.
We are
still out shopping then?
I think so. Karis responds, semi-tipsy sounding.
I mean, we are about to go to another plane world, so I guess may as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know if we're going to survive this.
Figured we'd have a last meal before, jumping off into the unknown, right?
Yeah.
Vera's not going to be drinking anything, because they only occasionally drink, and if it's anything, it's going to be mead.
Is Petra at the table, or is he still...
Yeah, Petra's at the table, yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably putting away the game board.
So, Karis will gesture to the plate of large stacks of pancakes on the table, and ask Vera if she's hungry.
Not for pancakes, no.
Oh,
You got honey?
suit yourself, but I don't know what the food situation's going to be like in that other place we're going, so...
I take out a squishy beetle.
She shrugs. Suit yourself.
Efficient.
Is there anything we need to prepare for at all?
I mean...
Yes, we did learn some things.
Oh?
We learned some things about our destination, including the name of the place, the world.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it?
Well, should we, I think, maybe discuss this in confidence? Maybe not in public.
Vera looks around. Upstairs, then?
Sure, that makes sense.
Is there an upstairs?
Yeah, okay. So...
Room, I'll find a room.
Yeah, so you guys...
Right.
Yeah, you guys can get a room. It's 3 gold for a night.
This place is fancy.
It's nice. The room is nice, to be honest. And since their primary clientele is either nobility or adventurers, they 3 gold a night keeps the riffraff out.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense.
So you guys get up into the second floor, and the rooms up there are quite nice. They have fluffy beds, actual feather mattresses, not that straw stuff like a lot of other inns have.
Alright, so let me get my notes out. So the name of this world is Navakin. The entity we spoke to get this information, which was a creature of light. So I believe a good creature, but I'm not sure. Maybe we should be careful about that. Anyway, it told us that it was very cryptic, as everyone has been so far, but it said that this place is inhabited by evil creatures, and if we have protection from evil things specifically, that will help us.
I believe the exact words were echoes of the past.
I suppose that's true. I didn't write that down with a bad memory. However, Petravian says that he has magical capabilities that will particularly help with this situation, so we found use for him.
Vera sighs. So, evil creatures. You said it's Novakin?
Navakin.
Navakin.
Unless it was asking for a Navikin.
Well, we may as well rest while we can. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. Is there anything else that we should do tonight, though?
Wasn't Soul supposed to be here?
I wouldn't
Yes.
count on that.
They are supposed to be here.
I knew you guys would be mad.
Not mad, just disappointed.
Also, we should consult the book about this information, because it may have more.
Can we just go and see the book? Don't we need to have permission?
I don't know. No one explains anything around here. They just kind of say something cryptic and wink at you.
It's true.
It's getting kind of old.
Well, I'm going to get some rest.
Oh, okay, I will too.
Yes, I suppose.
Okay. In that case, the group sort of shuffles away to different places and calls it a night. So, advancing time forward, it is now February 10th, the year 763. We'll crank it down to about 8 a.m. So, 10 hours later. As you each wake up and head down to the common area in the inn, you'll find Karis downstairs at a table, reading, picking at a plate of dried fruit.
Any sign of soul in the inn or by the statue?
Soul?
Oh, well, I guess,
8 a.m. What do you think?
I'm sure the two of them would have woken up by now. Sol and Alec are probably milling about near the statue by now. Just hanging out.
Make it, Vera will approach Soul.
Sol looks embarrassed.
Decide not to come back?
I'm gonna be honest, I got distracted.
Well, at least you're here now. Did you get all the shopping you needed to get done?
Yeah, and Sol does a twirl, and they're actually in a completely new outfit. They've got a little side cape, they've got a new shirt/skirt combo, normal pants and boots at this point, but they're not fuzzy anymore. And they look like they've come into their own a bit more compared to the last outfit, which was more an outfit they took from their home.
They got a braid.
Yeah, their hair is braided. They woke up early this morning. Definitely not inspired by someone. They never saw your braid, actually, so.
It's true.
So, this is just...
They saw the bee braid on the little fuzzy bee. They're like, wait a minute.
You saw Hummel's braid.
How do you braid someone that tiny?
A lot of practice.
Very careful.
Only druids can do it. Not gonna lie.
Very carefully.
Hashtag only druid things.
So, yeah, Sol is definitely in a brand new, more comfortable look. The picture just as a reminder.
Oh.
It's the one with the rapier?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you will see the same thing on Vera as everyone else saw, but it's slightly more covered in a flowing paper wasp husk.
Mmm, yummy.
Well, everyone else is in the inn. They all really wanted pancakes.
Sol looks kind of sad when you say pancakes.
I know I'm not the biggest on them either.
Right. Well, Alec, would you want pancakes?
Sure. Yeah, pancakes, I think, would hit the spot.
I guess we'll have pancakes.
He goes ahead and heads on into the inn.
Sol kind of, has a slower stride to kind of walk beside Vera for a bit. Did you get everything you needed?
Yes, everything went pretty according to plan. I start off sleeker, mellifera sting, the armor.
Can I touch your armor?
Yes.
Sol reaches out and just puts their hand on Vera's chest. Ooh.
So that part would probably be slightly more covered and rougher.
Yeah.
The comb is a bit softer, but the interior is extremely soft. Have you ever touched the purple mattresses?
No, I haven't.
It's basically like that. Like one of those super soft, spongy.
It's soft. And Sol's just rubbing their hand down the front of Vera.
No, the interior is soft.
Oh, okay. But the exterior is rough?
Yes.
Okay. It's, it feels kind of like I'm putting my hand on sandpaper as they continue to rub down.
Well, I mean, the idea is to protect, you know?
This is true. Is it comfy?
Oh,
Pad.
It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
It's much more comfortable than the wares I had to use before.
I'm glad. The comfortier you are with us, the better it is.
Well, I've always been quite comfortable here for quite a while.
Yeah, not in the beginning though, right?
It's a nervous laugh.
Soul skips ahead, and they catch up to Alec, and they interlock their arm with his.
All right. You head inside the inn, and you find a morning crowd is in there. You see Karis sitting at a table reading. I assume by this point probably Lovette and Petravian are also awake.
Yes. Yeah, I'll come downstairs at some point. I was just letting people do their thing.
Oh, good morning, Soul. Wow, that's a new outfit.
Thank you, and Soul does a little twirl.
It's like, hello.
Wasn't exactly the intent, it's just what I wanted, I guess.
I think that adds up.
Make a perception check. Everyone except for Soul.
What?
That is a 3 for Petravian.
That was a
So,
16
it's a 7.
for Vera.
Okay, 16 for Vera, 7 for Petravian,
Oof.
11 for Lovette, and let me quickly roll one for Karis.
I'm guessing Archie isn't around.
Okay,
Doesn't-
so
But I don't get to roll.
no, some bad rolls all around. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's continue.
We got all of our good rolls out last episode, so
That's true.
Yes.
Continuing on, Karis is going to ask if everything was okay. She thought we were all supposed to meet up last night.
We were, Karis. I am so sorry. I got distracted. It's completely my fault.
She kind of just has like a bit of a frown, just sort of a disapproving look on her face. But it's probably not like a serious disapproving look, just kind of like, sort of an exasperated expression.
Soul's ears go down.
Good morning, sir. That's
Morning,
right.
Lovette.
Did you sleep well?
Their face goes instantly bright red. Yes!
Karis rolls her eyes.
Are you okay then?
It was toasty?
Yeah,
yes,
I bet.
there was a fire, and it was nice and warm.
Oh, yeah, I thought you meant it was toast.
Actually, we were around a couple of fires last night. Soul turns to Alec.
He
The
nods.
restaurant and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if anyone decides to catch a meal here later, I'd recommend a place called the Seaside Spices on the east side of town.
Sounds like my kind of thing.
I suppose it is similar to Gnomish fare. You'd probably enjoy it. I would recommend particularly the oysters.
I had a pasta dish last night that was delicious.
We just ate a lot of pancakes. A lot of pancakes.
Why did you guys decide to eat pancakes of all things?
He was craving pancakes. They were so good last time.
Petra makes his way to the dining area. Good morning, all. I
Good
hope
morning,
it.
Petrie.
Good morning.
Oh, before I forget, Callies, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tear a couple pages out of my obsession log and hand them to her. And they are like step-by-step instructions on the moves I used in our chess game. Next time when we're actually playing on even ground, I'm sure you will crush me.
She just scowls at you.
Oh, what? That's how I learned. It's just how the game works.
She pushes the papers back to you. And through gritted teeth, she says, "We'll see who wins next time."
Alright, we'll see.
She does have photographic memory after all.
Oh, that's
Oh
a good point.
no.
Just saying, Soul says across the table. However, the minute you pulled out your obsession log, Soul's eyes were just staring at it.
How noticeably.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
We normally let the dice decide these things.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Hard.
You do not notice Soul staring at your obsession log as you rip a few pages out.
Okay. I'll just keep it under our mouth.
When we have time
I mean,
for a
put the
rematch, we will see who wins.
My money's on Karis.
Well, you should have seen those games last night, but I mean, my money was on Callis at first too. But I'm sure you will get me with the next one.
It's beginner's luck.
Beginner! Who's the beginner here?
She kind of grumbles under her breath and goes back to reading.
Were you part of this match, Vera?
Vera's currently staring daggers at Petra.
Jeez.
What Matt?
Group dynamic is all kinds of broke. We are
the-
definitely ready to run into fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
The chess.
This will end well.
You know what, Vera? Don't worry about it. You seem distracted. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Takes out another beetle, just grunt.
Okay, you don't normally just eat sprinkles like that. Are you sure?
It's fine. Everything is fine.
Wait, does that mean that Vera normally, like, rips the legs off one at a time? Like...
Wow, that's a fucking...
How does-
Definitely not. That's the thing Soul's doing to my poor
Oh.
little
Oh.
babies.
Oh.
Jesus, that's
So-
pretty pretty
I
heartless.
eat them like Teddy
Are they-
Grahams.
Are they dead?
Oh my
when you
God.
feed them, or do we have to kill them?
They're alive.
Yes, they're allowed.
Well, then, okay. I didn't know that. I assumed Lovette would rip their hands off first.
That's
Then.
minorly sadistic.
Fucking tittygrams. Alright.
Look, Soul
I mean,
doesn't
at
have
least
a lot
you
of
have to eat the
control
head.
in their life right now. The one thing they can control is what they kill.
Is what they torture.
Holy tits!
Yikes.
God, Jesus tits.
I didn't say they were okay.
No, Soul's not okay. Definitely not okay. Woo! Alright.
But,
God, I
but
think
those
you-
sprinkles, a-okay.
It tastes like apple.
Sprinkles.
Soul, has Karis and Lovette updated you on what we discussed last night?
Soul kind of retracts themselves slightly away from Petra when he talks to them. No. They were talking about chess.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Well,
we discussed last night. We have more information about where we are going.
Okay.
We are going to bring this information to book before we go because it may be vital. So we'll fill you in.
seeing
with that.
Matilda first.
Or whoever we see, just whatever process it takes. But I don't want to go in blind.
Soul looks over at Alec. Who do you think we should go see first?
It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, neither Matilda nor Book really sleep, so...
Oh.
I mean, if we can see you see book first, I think we should do Matilda. Based on our last encounter, might get ahead of ourselves.
Although Her Majesty does like to lay down in bed sometimes. It's complicated.
Hey, I understand it. Sometimes it's fun to just, actually sleep unless, Soul looks kind of nervous for a second.
Alec will put a hand on their shoulder.
Sorry. Anyways,
It just happened.
sleep is good for people, and maybe she might be sleeping right now. So, maybe we should talk to Book first? I don't know. You guys do whatever you want. I'll just go. I'll stop talking.
I'm actually quite interested in meeting this woman.
Oh, right. Petrie hasn't met her yet.
Okay.
She's really cool.
She is quite interesting, however. Can we run through your whole Eden Creed real quick? What the do's and don'ts of your order?
What?
Just yeah. Well, I mean, whatever what are your big do's and don'ts? Like, what would set you off? I'm just asking, not for any particular reason.
Don't threaten my friends.
Okay, fine, that's fine.
Don't kill the innocent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something
Okay.
that Eden seems to
I'm-
enjoy.
Vera, no, sorry.
Woo!
So kind of,
This is under the breath, too.
can I do a perception
Yeah.
check?
Can I
Okay.
do a perception check?
Of course!
Oh, sure. That is a nat 1.
24!
I also got a nat 1.
You guys are killing it tonight. Alright, so Soul with a 24, you were able to pick up the whisper. Everyone else doesn't hear shit.
Soul kind of looks at Vera for a second and nods in agreement, and then goes back to listening.
Basically, don't do evil shit.
Well, I mean, evil is subjective, as they say, and some people are a lot more picky than others, and I find that those of faith tend to have pretty hard guidelines.
Soul looks at Vera.
Focused on Petra right now.
Well, from my experience, Eden is willing to forgive a lot. Personal experience, so...
Okay, so how do you feel about things that are sometimes considered unnatural?
Petra kind of, looks down at himself and is like, well, what's your definition of a natural? You have
I'm as
well,
a person over here, you have a...
I guess
You
I
have
could ask, what do you think of me? Karis, leans toward Petra.
You're rather lovely.
She, was totally taken by surprise by that response, and, starts kind of, and shuts up immediately and starts to blush slightly.
Soul
He's not
starts to
wrong.
mama bear a little bit.
He's not wrong, but that's a good style. Just remember, if you come into a place where you have contradicting values, just don't do anything that threatens that priority number one of protecting the group. No.
Exactly.
More about my magic I use. Stupid.
Well,
People stupid.
Karis, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
from what I was told, you use your magic to protect the ones you care about. While the means may not necessarily be optimal, your heart is in the right place. And from my experience, that is what Eden cares about. Keeping the faith and doing what's right.
She just sort of looks at her book and doesn't say anything.
All right. So why don't we start getting headed over to Matilda by this time? We have sat around, I think, enough.
It's been a few minutes, but okay.
Look,
Well,
it's my fault that we've been delayed because I should have showed up last night. So I'm just trying to make up for it, guys.
I don't know if we could relate. Suppose it's true that he's awesome sleep. I didn't think about that. I assumed that
we needed
public offices would be closed.
Well, I mean, I assume we could have gotten in because Alec is with us, right?
Well, he was with you.
If we had all shown up.
Seems to me you all needed that night to blow off steam and
Soul is bright red.
Petra gives a side smile. You needed that night to get your head straight for what lies ahead.
My
And
head is straight, thank you very much.
very symmetrical.
Until we see Siva again.
Oh god.
And might I add, very symmetrical.
You do know I have 2 different colored eyes, right? Are you colorblind?
So if you're ready, I can get you all into the palace.
That would be wonderful, thank you.
Soul holds out their hand.
Alex stands up and assists Soul to their feet, and the group is ready to march out.
Yeah.
So the party departs the inn and crosses the central forum over to the palace. The guards immediately recognize Alec and let you all pass with a crisp salute.
Soul nods to each of the guards while passing.
They make no indication of your nods.
I don't care.
They're standing at attention. You head inside the palace, and Alec will take you the same side route over into the intelligence wing of the palace. You are quickly allowed inside, and after a few moments of walking, going down different various hallways, you find yourselves in the library at the center of the intelligence organization. Sitting there on a massive pedestal, just like before, is an enormous tome.
Petrie, this is Book.
Yes, I see that.
Do you call him boss to wake him up, or just Book?
Petrie is rather confused.
You can call him whatever you like. I don't think he really sleeps that much, so I'm sure he hears you right now.
Okay. Soul bounds forward and reaches their hand out. Excuse me, Book.
Yes, Soul.
Hi.
Welcome back.
You remember my name.
I remember a lot about you. Quite a lot, in fact. Much more recently than I expected to.
Oh, I'm actually blushing.
But that is to be expected. The one assigned to shadow you is very thorough in their notes.
Soul just whips their head back to look at Alec.
He gives you a smile and a shrug.
Petra goes,
And what do you have to say, Petrie?
I have nothing to say.
Good! Anyways, this is Book. Book, we brought the MacGuffinite.
We did, and we brought information about where we are going specifics so that maybe if you can extrapolate more, if you know more from name, or just anything you haven't told us.
Excellent. How much were you able to procure?
Soul takes out the MacGuffinite, even though it feels really weird to hold.
Alright, so again, as you're holding it, it feels sort of almost as if it's like vibrating lightly in your hand, like it has an energy of its own. And the world around you becomes sort of paper thin. Like you feel like if you pushed on a wall, you just slip through it. I see. Well, that should be enough for the purposes we have in mind.
Thank goodness. Soul puts it back in their pouch. Feels weird.
Petra leans to Lovette. How does this book know so much?
That is the most self-evident question I think I've ever been asked. It's a book.
Okay.
It's an actual talking book.
How is it talking?
Magic?
Magic?
Soul turns.
Are you not capable of magic? I thought this would not be surprising for you. Maybe unusual, but not impossible.
How rare would a talking book be?
Oh,
Probably
extremely rare.
just the one.
Extremely rare. Probably the only one in the world. Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Petra raises his eyebrow at Lovette, like, You seem to be far more traveled than I have, then.
I mean, I took basic magic theory in school, but it was kind of it's all abstract concepts and like wishy-washy, and I didn't really get it. So, but this is pretty. I mean, you can do basically anything with magic. Making things talk is, I think, pretty common. Also, we checked, and it's not a mimic. Actually, could someone each take a little bit of this alcohol on the book?
Alec
want
like
me to-
just shoots you a glance, like shoots you a look, like back up.
I'm kidding. Gosh.
Petra leans again to Miss. So how much does this book know?
Everything people write down to him?
Seems to be pretty well learned on more or less of things that goes on in the world.
The whole world?
Well, I mean, I know things about us. Ask it a question.
I don't want to presume.
Does that fail?
Book?
Yes, Petravian.
Petravian doesn't startle easy, but he definitely was startled by that response.
Hello. I don't believe we've been introduced, but how exactly do you know of me?
I have had your group shadowed for some time. The moment you arrived with the rest of the group, I knew. I must admit, however, I do not know much of you before this. So if you wish to ask me a question of your childhood, I would have no idea.
I guess it's more limited than I thought. But hopefully, we do have answers about Navakin.
I suppose.
Interesting.
You know what that is? You know all that is?
I do.
What should we know about it before going there?
My knowledge on the subject is that Navakin is a realm that has been drained of whatever vital essence it is that exists in a material realm. As far as I understand it, souls no longer flow there. Everything has been, in a way, harvested.
And that's because of the enemy, right?
Yes. You get the feeling that if Book could nod, Book would nod. But sadly, unable to do so.
Unfortunately, if
No
he
neck.
did, he would fall over.
And that would just be
Okay,
that would be terrible.
Beardy. I
Yeah.
have a very good joke. I
Oh,
feel like
okay.
I deserve it.
No,
Oh no.
I
no.
don't know
Of
about
I'll be the
course
judge
you
of
would.
that. Alright, go ahead.
You're gonna get damaged.
He may not have a neck to nod, but he sure has a spine.
I
And
attack
that is going to cause, let's see, Petravian. I'm going to pull up your character sheet. We're just going to start sticking on stat damage.
No,
Think
not
about
stat. Come
Four,
on.
I think about 4 points from every ability score sounds good.
Holy shit, buddy!
Your perception is gonna suck.
Oh come on, that was a decent one. That wasn't
We
awful.
warned
Is-
you.
Petra also a Marcus? Oh my god. He's also starving himself.
Are all Eden worshippers like this?
So, Book will affirm that he is, in fact, knowledgeable about Navakin in so much that he has heard a bit of information about it from time to time, as he does about lots of different subjects. He knows the realm was drained of souls. He knows that the realm currently stands barren and empty, and to get there would require a fair amount of MacGuffinite. However, you've already procured more than enough for that trip.
And to get back?
Of course. It would do little good to send you there without the ability to return.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
My fiance was a little bit worried about that.
I was a little worried about that.
I came here knowing I may not come back.
This conflicts with some of my records.
What?
What?
You said that Grow was your fiance?
Yeah.
I see. I will update my records.
Wait, what did it have in there?
Grow had been listed as your spouse.
Well, he is.
Then which record is correct?
Both.
I thought maybe something had happened if,
No, I'm married to Grow. However, I say fiance because technically we're not supposed to be married yet as of the laws of my village. So
This
I
clears
just-
up. This clears up the confusion. Very well. My records have been updated on the subject.
This is like filling out a survey with Google.
very much.
It's just, it's getting to know you so it can send you better targeted ads.
and Grow knows about Alec. That's what you're worried about, Lovette.
As long as it's all worked out between you.
He
isn't
knew
it?
about Marcus too, technically.
I
My
see.
daddy says it's a natural thing that happens
Okay.
for people like us. Soul looks like they're unsure of how to explain it.
As people like you, elves, or is it a different thing?
No, like me and daddy, we're able to love multiple people. Just not a lot of people are like that, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as you are not going to get held for it tonight, it's not my problem.
Well, as long as no one's planning on hurting me. We're fine.
Maybe not than the usual people.
I believe there are quite a few people that are attempting to hurt you.
I mean, people who love me. Book.
Yes?
Are there people who love me that are attempting to hurt me?
I see no record of such a thing.
Oh, okay. Your paws scared me.
That's not the boss, it's the book.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Anyways, Buck, what do we need to do to go to this other world?
Sadly, the specifics of the endeavor are beyond my capabilities. You will wish to speak with Her Majesty.
Ah! We get to see Matilda again! Isn't this exciting, guys?
Her expertise in the arcane will be your best bet.
Alright. We know what we need to do.
Shall I organize a audience?
Yes, please.
Very well.
I would have a few more questions I would like to ask in private if that is fine with everyone else.
I'm perfectly
Just
fine with
personal
that.
matters I need to.
Her Majesty has been alerted of your presence, and your audience will be in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That does not give me a lot of time, but I'll try to get through everything.
Yeah.
Vera will leave.
Alright, Alex sticks around, Karis leaves.
I mostly leave. Yeah, I use invisibility.
It's just right there in front of everyone.
No!
Fuck
I
you!
mean, like, I leave, go around a corner, and kind of come back in.
Alright, make a stealth check, please.
Yes, sir.
And anyone who wishes to know if Soul is there, please make a perception check.
That is a 45.
That is a 5 for... Jeez.
It's
Another
22.
nat 1?
Wow. Alright, nobody is capable of detecting Soul's presence. Okay.
I actually was going to lean to Lovette and say, listen, Lovette, are you sure you want to be by yourself?
These questions are kind of personal, especially if you're worried about my protection. I am not alone. Archibald would keep me safe.
That's your leave. Petravian makes his way to the door.
Alright. So it is now Lovette, Alec, a couple librarians, and a book in the room.
And
Where's
Okay.
Karis?
I want to jump in the other chat.
Okay.
This
Karis already left the room with the rest of the party.
Fair enough.
One moment.
Soul hearing in on this will be not good news.
No, not terribly.
This is stuff. Some of this stuff is stuff that Lovette specifically does not want Soul to hear.
I know, but Soul's in the room. Alright, here we go. Alright.
Alright.
You don't let anyone else have secrets. It's horrible. Alright. Lovette, you were in a room, like I said, with some librarians, book, and
I'm
Alec
gonna
is
side eye
sort of
Alec.
like...
Feel like I don't really want him to. Having failed that perception check, I don't really pass this info to Soul.
Yeah, he looks at the book and looks at you and kind of like gives you a pointed look, like he's not going to leave his boss.
You're good at keeping secrets, Mr. Spy.
You know that's my job, right?
Wait, I'm just making sure that you keep everyone's secrets.
I keep all of my secrets. I wouldn't be a very good spy otherwise. Would you rather me plug my ears?
I wouldn't help.
He like puts a finger in each ear and like leans back against the bookcase behind him.
Alright. I guess I have to go through these pretty fast. Do you know of a place, an elven lands beneath the ground, a city known as Mycelium?
I have heard of the city, but it is not beneath the Elven lands.
No, it is elven land beneath the earth.
It is a dark elf city.
Then you know of the Dark Elves as well.
Of course.
Do you know of anything about the city?
Yes.
How does one find it?
Alright, he is going to pull up a map here. So, Mythelion is a dark elf city. It is located to the east of the Iron Mountains,
See,
near the crossing of two rivers. So I'm going to go ahead and share the map to you. Mythelion is east of the Iron Mountains, south of the Emerald Forest, almost exactly beneath where those two rivers meet. You get an idea of what I'm talking about?
yeah, yes.
Where those two rivers meet is where Mythelion is, roughly
The entrance
underground.
to it. Yeah, alright.
Yeah, there are entrances to it scattered throughout that region that various Dark Elf raiding parties would come up and capture slaves from the surface.
I see. I thought this was the whole reason to get this information.
May I ask why you wish this information?
It is related to my personal heritage.
I see. You do seem tall for a gnome.
I am half elf. This I thought would be known if you have my arrest record,
I do.
but apparently not the breed of elf I saw.
Very interesting.
While I still have time, there is something else I must ask, and while I think it may be more the Queen's purview, I would not want to burden her with this question.
Go ahead.
And I give another glance at Alec, like, don't say shit.
Alec's ears are still plugged.
Is there a way to restore an intelligent undead creature that has been destroyed?
Your group always has interesting questions.
And I do stress, it does not need to be the same entity exactly. That would be preferable, but a perfect facsimile would suffice if it is not possible.
It would be a simpler matter to create something that looked similar, as you said, and then make it believe that it was the same creature. Sadly, undead do not have the type of staying power in the afterlife. They're simply burned up.
So there's no way to restore them?
Perhaps if you were to seek divine intervention or something along those lines.
In which god's purview would this line of questioning be?
Owen?
I see. Thank you.
You do also know, however, that Owen is currently deceased.
I do know this, but every puzzle has a solution.
Something like that.
Well, thank you for your time. I have a meeting with the queen.
Good luck on your endeavor.
Oh, I have a name I would like to ask about. Bachren.
I do not know of this name.
Alright, well, I can't fill your page just because I don't know either. I'll be off then. Thank you.
Very well.
Bow and head out.
Alright.
Do I bump into something on the way out?
No. Room's big. Alright. So you head out of the room, and you leave the intelligence section of the palace, and you head into the main holding area, basically before the throne room, which is sort of an outdoor central courtyard, and there are lots of small dogs in there.
Corgis?
Yes.
Yes!
Soul walks behind Petrie and goes, "Do you like doggies?"
I love dogs!
Wait, really?
Oh my gosh!
What
I'm
is
sorry.
this voice?
What voice? He composes himself.
Guys, he has a soft spot for soft things.
Small things. The corgis like the halflings of dogs for you.
Beardy, could my character blush? Does blue blush?
Blue blushes.
Blue blushes. Okay, so it's...
Blue blushes. Blue blush is purple, by the way.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Now you do. Blue blush is purple. I mean, if I'm wrong, someone correct me. What do you think?
I agree with you.
Yellow.
Either purple or deeper blue.
Petra blushes a deep purple, and the little crystals on his head kind of shift in color a little bit. Yes, I'm rather fond of small dogs.
Just dogs?
Petra says nothing.
Interesting.
Well, that says nothing.
You know what? Vera also says
Give
nothing.
Petra one look.
Kyrus goes to say something, but then says nothing.
You guys act really weird.
Yep. All right. So at this point,
Not saying anything, just like, nope.
the palace guard will allow you entry into the throne room.
I'm assuming that Soul walks in commandingly in the front.
Actually, that would be
What does
Alec.
Soul do?
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Alec leads the way and comes in and bows deeply, like kneels down before His Majesty. Allow me to explain for Petra. You walk into this grand throne room, and upon a raised platform stands a large ornate throne. Sitting upon it is this.
Beautiful.
Sitting upon it is a skeletal figure wearing very rich-looking clothes with a kitten perched on their shoulder.
Does the throne look like the one in my dream?
No.
Okay.
Second question. I forget. Was it a shadow cat or
I
was
thought
it a shadow corgi?
It was a shadow corgi. My apologies. There you go. It is a corgi.
A million times better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a corgi.
Petra doesn't even notice at first the skeleton, but more so the shadow corgi.
It's kind of hard to miss, but all right.
Yeah, I know. He likes small things. He knows the small things first, and then he almost does a half step when he realizes who is on the throne, but keeps his decorum.
Soul kneels down.
Petra follows suit, kneeling down.
Hello?
Well, are you going to just kneel all day?
Right. Your Highness, I have come back with MacGuffinite.
The proper title is Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Highness would refer to a prince or princess.
Oh.
The more
Soul
you know.
tilts their head.
But everyone at home calls me Majesty.
I mean,
Anyways.
there might be different customs.
Sorry. Your Majesty.
She's also laughing as well. Sort of a deep,
I felt
echoey
that.
laugh.
Oh god, I felt it.
Sort of seems to come from every direction at once. Pay it no mind, dear. Pay it no mind.
Okay.
Have
I've
we-
come...
Have we met before?
Yes.
Oh, good. Returning friends are always the best.
Yes,
How
we
long
are.
has it been since we spoke last?
Like a
Really?
week.
Yeah, barely recently.
Oh! Oh my. Where does the time go?
Yeah, I'm sure it felt like a blink of an eye.
It's insensitive.
She looks at you like... well, the cheek.
Soul touches their cheek. Is there something on my face?
Eyes, in fact. Never mind. Please continue.
I've come back with MacGuffinite to...
Oh dear. It's a very unstable substance. I hope you haven't touched it.
Why not?
What would... How many times is too much of touching?
Somewhere between 0 and 1.
What happens if you touch it?
Well,
What if you touch it like 5 to 10 times?
I don't know. I've never heard of such a thing.
Soul
Well,
looks at their hands.
Let's see it.
What?
Okay. Soul takes it out of their pouch.
Oh, yes. That is definitely the right stuff. Quite a large shard of it, too.
Thank you, a dragon gave it to me.
Oh, a dragon! Was it
Can
a
I
cute
put it back in
dragon?
my pouch now?
Well, I suppose so, but
I'll hold on to it if you don't. I mean, I've already
Soul
touched
puts it back
so.
in their pouch.
was it a
Yes,
cute
it was-
dragon?
It was sparkly, so if you like sparkly and think sparkly is cute, then yes.
I do like sparkles.
Then I'm sure you love us.
Perhaps.
Great.
Perhaps. Now, is this about the missing flock of sheep?
No, this was to be the theoretical needle to go through the metaphysical blanket.
Oh dear.
The
You're trying to
Lovette
pierce the veil around the world?
Well, we need to go to a different world, get something, and then come back.
Wouldn't it just be easier to drop the barrier?
No, because then the enemy comes out and our world is dead.
You make a very good
I'm
point.
the future protector.
Oh, that's convenient.
Not likely.
Well, in that case, since you have your theoretical needle, you simply need to thread it.
How so?
Well, you would need to bind yourselves like a string, you see, to the needle, and then pierce it through the blanket until you're in wherever world you wish to go to.
So we need to bind ourselves to the MacGuffinite?
Oh yes, for now.
Spell.
It's not permanent, I assure you.
Oh, thank God, it feels terrible holding it.
Well, just you wait till you go through that blanket. I imagine the experience will be upsetting.
Will it affect body parts?
Well, I should hope so. You're going into a different world. But I may have a solution. If I bind, since I don't want to, turn anyone inside out, perhaps I can bind your souls, your essences, to the MacGuffinite. You would piggyback along with it in spirit.
So our bodies would be here,
Mhm.
and our souls would go there?
Yes.
I see a few problems with that.
Whatever problems would they be?
First of all, what are we going to do if we are just some souls floating around?
Well, I suppose that's a problem you would have to solve on the other side. But
Well, my key problem-solving device wouldn't be able to come with us.
very true. Very true. But you seem like a resourceful group.
Soul looks nervously over at Alec.
Alec is looking nervously over at you.
Let's ixnay on the soul binding and just go with the full body. We know what we're doing with these bodies.
Oh.
Wait, how will we get
If
back?
you're certain, I can't promise that it won't turn you inside out.
Is there some sort of protection we can do in order to at least make it not as happeningable?
What?
Less likely?
Oh,
To turn inside out?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Now, I could protect you from things on the other side once you're already over there, but if you come out as a blob of hot flesh, then, well, no amount of magic is going to make your day any better at that point.
Soul,
I don't really want to just be a blob of hot flash.
We don't have a lot of choices, so Soul kind of turns to the group. I'm not going to blame any of you if you don't want to do this, but if we don't, the world will end and there's no point. So I have to, at least. For anyone who joins me willingly, I thank you. But if any of you don't want to, I understand and I forgive you.
If there's no world, there's no hive, there's no real question here. I have to go with either way.
Thank you.
Soul looks over at Petravian and Karis.
I'm sort of worried, to be honest.
I know.
I don't know if it will work on me, and I don't know
Should-
what would happen. I don't know what would happen to my sister. I mean, if this is the only option, then it's what we have to do. Oh, it's not the only option. The Queen will
I'm sorry,
respond.
what?
Well, I suppose if you wanted to keep your physical bodies, there is one other alternative, I suppose, and I guess I'll leave the question up to you. I can send you now, and you would be there in spirit, or if we were to open a hole, a wider hole, a portal, it could be done, and I think you have just enough MacGuffinite there to do it. However, it would require the right amount of focusing.
Just enough to get there, or just enough for a round trip?
Well, we could keep a portal open for a certain amount of time, but it would eventually collapse. And, of course, the MacGuffinite would be burned out in the process.
So we have a time limit.
We would, if you decided to go through with a physical form. Now, I could probably fashion something like this, but I know of one who has already working on a similar device. It could be easily co-opted to suit your needs. He's one of my pen pals.
Who is this?
Oh, he's the Grand Vizier to King McGinnis the Eighth. Lovette, make a knowledge local check if you have it.
I mean, I know, but I will make it.
Okay.
I don't have it. No,
Okay,
I
you
don't
do know
have
that? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I know the king's name.
Yeah. So King McGinnis the Eighth. Go ahead, Grem.
That's the king of the Gnome lands.
Yeah.
His family, or his predecessors, are kind of doofs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're all doofs.
He's been significantly less of a doof, but I don't know. Lovette was not that politically invested, I think. She had family politics to worry about.
Almost no gnomes are politically invested at the higher end
That's a
of
good
politics because they're all doofs.
Yeah, that's true. And they're all libertarians on top of that. They're like, there should be no government.
Right, they're all very anti-government anyway. So the government there is incredibly weak. So she says that she's pen pals with the Grand Vizier of the Gnome Lands, and he's been working on a device that could probably open up a portal. He would just need to know how to focus it.
So you'll have to go back there?
Well, I believe so. Unless you can think of a way to get
Soul
Vera
just
here, which
puts
doesn't really
their
make all that much sense.
face in their hands.
Is Calcutix the fastest way there? Oh, you think he actually left?
He already left. You're kidding me.
So, like I said, the choice is yours.
Can I think about it?
Well, I suppose you already are, though, but how much time would you need?
Like enough time to grow a really fast growing tree and ask a stupid question to a stupid person.
If you need to grow a tree, you can use my courtyard.
Thank you so much, Matilda, your majesty. You are wonderful. I will be back in like 30 minutes. I don't know.
Mind
Soul
the
just
corgis.
We ought to be helpful, these.
Petravian's going to follow.
Okay.
I'll follow Petravian.
Alec is also going to, he's going to wait for everyone else to leave before he leaves.
Petravian turns around and does a very deep bow. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Oh, thank you, Talking Rock.
This is the second time Soul stormed out of this fucking courtroom.
The second time we've been there.
So Soul goes out to the courtroom. God fucking... Ugh!
Right. You enter the large courtyard, and there are a number of corgis playing with some of the palace staff.
I'll try to find a corner that they aren't near, so... that
Okay,
doesn't
you find
disturb them.
a quiet corner, and it has soft ground.
Soul sighs and looks at the walnut, like, really disapprovingly, and puts it in the ground.
Okay, you put the walnut in the ground.
Petravian comes up behind.
Do you need something, Petrie?
No. Whenever someone calls Corona, I'd like to be there.
Remember what we said earlier, Petravian, about keeping priority number one at number one?
You slide the walnut into the ground, and a moment later, a small sprout appears, which quickly grows into a tree, which quickly becomes larger than you, and eventually a face will form on it in rapid order that is staring you in the eye.
Soul is looking away, technically.
Ah, fair enough.
Petravian says that never gets old.
What day is it? The voice sounds groggy.
Good morning, Corona.
Ah,
Yes.
Soul.
It's the 10th of February.
10th of February. What year?
763.
Ah, still
the Third
763. 763 still. This is
Yes.
becoming a tough year.
Tell me about it.
Hello, Soul.
Hello, Corona.
I believe the last time we spoke, Petravian had been
He's right
introduced to you.
It was not long ago that he was introduced to us. I didn't know Corona was here.
His stupid walnut glowed, and then I planted it, and then Petrie appeared.
I assure you, it,
Grew out of a walnut?
It always grows out of a walnut.
Petravian?
No! Corona!
I think we are missing some steps here. I am confused.
Oh, wait. Oh, I just want to get my answers.
I apologize. Please understand that the council decided to send Petravian as a showing of good faith and goodwill toward you and your group.
Could you have picked a worse time, Corona?
It was not my choice.
Well, I feel like, I don't know, people of Eden should at least respect other people's feelings on the matter before they just go and send some replacement for someone.
I mean, I don't know. Eden's really a god of feelings. It's more like Symphonia's thing.
I have some questions for you, Corona.
Please, I'm awake. What questions do you have?
So, Matilda is going to help us go to a different world, but we have two different options, and I need to know more about the totems before I pick either option.
I understand. Understand that in my life I've only dealt with this sort of thing once before.
I know.
And the people that handled that, well, they may have had an easier time of things than all of you. And I mean that not that you are not skilled. I mean that the enemy they faced was lesser than the one you're facing.
Hey.
But as a warning, I do want you to understand that of the 8, the one you are facing is not one of the major threats. As scary as that may sound.
Yeah, Soul looks scared.
Scary.
I'm afraid they only get worse. Sorry, I don't mean to be here to simply scare you. That's not my intention. I'm just trying to give you the information. What's your question?
They want to know if we want to go as our souls or as our bodies.
I need to know if the totem we need to bring here or if we just destroy it there. I don't know what to do with this totem thing.
And it may take some time to get there physically.
True. And we're working on a deadline, March 20th.
Yes.
Well, I suppose the choice is this, then. If you go now, in spirit, there's possible complications you would reach on the other side. Ones that you probably already are thinking about. Your incorporeality might be an issue. However, spending the extra time to go there physically burns precious moments that you would need to get back before March 20th and have everything settled before the equinox.
If all we need to do is destroy the totems there, so we can hop over to the steam isle.
Do not destroy the totems.
Okay, well, what do we do with them?
You need to find the totem and confront the 8 with their totem. It's
We're
the presence.
bringing his wife to him?
Are we going to use his wife as a weapon?
Are we going to stab him with his wife?
Metaphorically.
Religion?
Oh, God. This is awful.
Do we
I
know?
mean, he's a jerk, but...
It's the presence of his totem puts him into a weakened state. It's the only way to harm them.
So we need to get the totem, get it back here, and bring it to Glau before
we
the 20th of the next month.
Yes.
Well,
And he's already on the move.
he is already on the move, and let me shorten that deadline. There is a little gate just off the coast of the steam isle, if I remember correctly, and I think there is one nearby, but that did not work out so great last time.
It kills me to say this, but I think we should take the more efficient route, even if it takes up time.
I agree.
Yes, I agree as well. If we
I-
die in there or we don't get any blessed sun, it will be all for nothing anyway.
We have no true knowledge of how we work with just being souls. We need to at least have the advantage of having our bodies.
Sorry, scared.
Oh, it'll be okay. Probably.
I don't want the world to die.
I don't want the world to die either. All my best friends are in the world.
That's where you keep all my stuff.
Yeah. What would happen to my stuff if the world ended?
So, I'll just say Soul's canonically crying.
Okay.
Oh, well then I'm gonna give Soul a hug. Leg hug.
Leg hug.
We'll get Solstice.
Yep.
And we'll get there on time. We just have to plan and sync, raid, and seek the castle light.
We'll do that. How are we gonna get to the Gnome Lands now? I already sent Calcutic. I'm a big jerk now.
Well, if we... No, it's okay. It's okay. If we can get to the nearest gate relatively quickly, there's a message to do that. I think that would be the fastest route. We could beat him there, in fact.
There are literally scrolls we can use to
This
contact
is why
Cal.
we do have a lot of money on hand now.
I can contact Cal.
Is that a problem?
I have another scrolls thing. Alright, I'll call Cal to come back here real quick. Just a second.
I ask Soul, Miss Soul, my
Stop.
apologies.
Again, just Soul.
My apologies. I have a question to ask of Corona. Do you
He's
mind
still
giving me
here.
a
He's
moment?
still a tree. Go talk to him.
Thank you. He goes to Corona. Corona, what happened to the young halfling? What happened to what he was?
Wait, you're talking about Marcus?
Yes.
He wasn't young.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not young.
Well,
What the fuck?
to Petra, he looked small, so he assumed young.
Oh, all halflings are children?
Jeez, it's racism never
You don't
stops.
know. You don't know Petra's backstory yet.
Yeah, Corona is going to say, if you're referring to Marcus, his body returned to the earth.
And what of the entity that was Marcus?
Who's to say?
Eden does work in mysterious ways. This group, from what I've seen, cared very much for that halfling. I think it would give Soul a lot more closure to know his rest was peaceful. I will trust Eden's decisions, as we all must. Thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to serve.
It's a great responsibility.
And with that, he bows.
Make a sense motive check, by the way.
Sense motive, you got
Yeah.
it. Well, you're in the luck. This is a good one for Petra. That'd be 25. Adjust.
So he says it's what was his words? Like, this is a big responsibility.
Yeah.
That's what he says. The subtext there, which all you got his subtext. Don't fuck this up. That's his subtext. Don't fuck this up. He says that without saying that. If you catch my drift.
But he caught every bit of it.
Yeah, Petravian picked it up too.
You picking up what I'm putting down?
And he gives a very knowing nod.
Is there anything else?
Well, explaining the stuff to Matilda. Probably be his best next step.
Well,
She might have a way to get her sail.
And Vera probably walked off as soon as Petra and Corona started talking. Just waiting by the door or something.
Alec is with us, right?
Yeah, he was the last one to leave the throne room.
Yeah. I think Soul's been staring at him.
Alec is like looking at this tree and like looking back at you. He's kind of like, what the fuck?
This is what I have to deal with.
All right. So if no one else has any further questions, Corona will go back to sleep.
Where is
waiting
he
for the
sleeping?
walnut.
I'd love to know where that guy's sleeping.
You could ask him.
Corona, where do you go?
It's something I learned long ago. Think of all life being connected together. In the ley lines of the world are sort of the main arteries of natural energy. But that natural energy suffuses everything, everywhere. A long while ago, I was given the ability to tap into that life and to use it to move my essence about. So, in a way, I'm everywhere.
But you have corporeal form.
Sometimes.
Can... Wait.
Understand, I am only human.
Could we use this knowledge to pierce the veil with just our souls?
No.
And create... Oh, well,
No.
poo.
Petrie.
If I could have assisted with that earlier, I would have never sent you all to Daraham in the first place.
I mean, I would be a lot angrier at you if that was the case.
I have no reason to deceive any of you. We are on the same side.
Yeah, my daddy's not so certain about that, but you know.
Have I met your father? I know
his
elves
name's-
live.
There's a little hiding.
I know elves live quite a long time. Have I ran into him before?
His name's Austerus. He's a diplomat.
I'm afraid I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him. I was concerned that I'd done something to offend him.
Oh, his research about you just comes to show that You seem to show up during very bad events in history.
That is the truth. Because I go there to help. Try to understand. The way that I perceive time is a bit different. I've been around for at least the last... How many centuries has it been now? In the times that I walk the earth, I age just as everyone else. But in the times where I'm not walking the earth, no time passes at all for me physically.
I see.
So I take as much time as I can to organize, to coordinate, to seek out anyone who is capable, and to try to right wrongs, either prevent them or to mitigate them if they cannot be avoided. I understand it may seem like I'm always at the scene of a disaster, and that may seem suspicious, but it's only because I'm trying to prevent or to mitigate.
I'll take your word on it, Rana.
Well, I do apologize for the situation that you find yourselves in.
Do you have any questions for me, Corona?
Yes?
Yes? Oh, okay. What do you need?
Are you fully prepared for what must be done?
For going to a different world and killing Blarv?
And for what happens after?
You mean when I get married, or?
The protectorship, the ceremony, taking the mantle, everything.
I mean, I don't really know how it happens, but it should be fine.
Then I only have one last question for you.
Okay.
What would you like for a wedding gift? Do you have like a registry?
I would love it for the enemy to be destroyed and for me not to have to take up the protectorship, but that's not gonna happen in my lifetime, I don't...
Forgive me for having a bit of levity. I find sometimes humor is a good way to cut through stressful situations.
Just come to the wedding and hope that by that time we've taken care of him and nothing else happens during that time, and if there is, at least you can help us protect whatever is happening then. I don't know.
He looks you over, like he kind of does like an up and down on you, and he says, actually, I just figured out what I'm going to give you as a gift.
Soul looks at themselves.
It's a surprise.
Thanks.
Well, if there's nothing else, the tree yawns and the eyes close. Does its thing where it grows a single walnut, which drops to the ground, and the tree sort of smokes away.
I pick up the walnut.
Alright, you pick it up, and it feels warm in your hand. Since Alec is with you, the guards, of course, let you all in and crisply salute you as honored guests and heroes of the nation.
What?
We didn't do anything.
We didn't do anything for this nation. Not yet.
Not yet.
I disagree. I think you've done quite a bit for this nation already. But that's just me. Anywho.
I bought out their entire stores of amber.
Mm-hmm.
I met Billy.
Huge boon to their economy. And that's true, you did.
Yeah.
You met Billy.
She was great.
And I guess I did cause a huge fucking ruckus in the goddamn middle of town. I don't know if that was
at least at a
the
bar.
heroes they were looking for, but I guess
Marcus
that's
ate pancakes.
And Petravian, well, we have yet to see what Petravian can do, but I'm sure it's great.
So the group heads through the courtyard and are led into the royal throne room, where Matilda sits upon a throne with a corgi.
A shadow
corgi.
I guess Soul's gonna wait for Alec to do whatever he needs to when we come back in.
What do you mean?
I don't know if we need to bow again.
Oh, he always kneels down. Like
Okay.
It's his queen.
I'll come forward and kneel as well, and then look up at her for her first, like, it's okay to speak gesture or whatever.
She's not paying attention to any of you. She's playing with her corgi.
Hello again,
She's
Matilda.
kind of making, like, boopsy noises at it.
Okay, that's cute. Your Majesty.
She ignores you and continues playing with her corgi, saying it's just the sweetest Shnookums in the world.
I'm going to send a message to Matilda.
Okay.
Your Majesty, I've come back with a response.
Matilda, sits up in her throne and sets the shadow corgi up on her shoulder and turns her skull toward you and kind of looks semi-bored. What is it, dear?
We will take the teleporter to the other world so that we can keep our bodies.
Well, then you'd best hurry.
Would you mind making arrangements with that friend of yours?
Vizio?
Yeah.
Oh, Yes, he's my pen pal, you know.
I do! I'm so glad that you have such a great pen pal.
He is an interesting sort. Those gnomes, they're always getting into troubles.
Soul looks at Lovette. Well, we'll be on our way unless you have anything else from us. I hope your Shnookums is a good boy.
Actually, I have a request of Her Majesty.
Soul turns to Petravian.
May I pet your Shnookums?
That sounds
You can't
so
You
bad!
can't just ask a lady that, dude.
So I want
think
you
I
to
killed
know
Beardy.
when you say that, Alec is shooting you the deadliest death stare you've ever seen.
Soul's head is their faces in their hands.
He looks so adorable. Majesty, if it would be okay, may I pet your corgis, specifically your Shnookums up there?
Okay, I think for a situation like this demands a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Please.
Certainly. Let's see how this goes. Oh fuck.
Oh my fucking
Oh
god. That was a nat 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no!
I knew it. I'm so happy.
In the arms of the angels. I
I think I killed Beardy.
So,
Is
What
Petravian
happened?
dead?
So what happens is Matilda turns and looks at you with the corgi on her shoulder. She stands up from her throne.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Has she gotten up before?
No.
I think she's
No.
always been seated every time you've met her, and she's never gotten up.
Yes.
Yeah.
She stands up from her throne, and the room, like, as weird as this sounds, the room is now freezing cold.
Soul has backed off near Alec.
You can feel, like, you can now see your breath in the air in front of you when you breathe. A moment seems to hang in the air, and Matilda's skull just turns and looks at Petravian. No, dear, I don't think you can. And she sits back down.
I'm scared. Soul's got like an iron grip on Alec's shoulder. So we're gonna go now.
Yeah, I'm
Soul
already backing
gets
out
up
the
and
door.
just turns around. Thank you, Your Majesty!
Kind of
Stay in touch,
kind of-
dears!
Okay, I will. I love you. This is like quickest fast walk you've ever seen. Just get out of the room, get out of the room, get out of the room.
Alright, so...
Petravian's scared, but he's still kind of sad because he really wanted to pet the corgi.
That does not matter. You almost messed up our relations with a fucking queen who is a lich.
I am a lucky Oread.
You guys file out of the room relatively quickly, and Alec kind of, like, again, just sort of shoots a look at Petravian, and then addresses the rest of the group. Well, I'm sure she'll get in touch with us as soon as she speaks with the Vizier from the Steam Isle, and we'll find out what we need to do next. But it's a fair bet we should get some sort of transportation back
I
to
need
the
to call
south.
Cal then.
You
Kara's
said you had a message scroll.
I have a sending scroll. Message only goes about 100 feet.
My mistake.
Okay, sass is not needed, Vera.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, that's your voice. Never mind.
resting sass voice.
Mm-hmm.
it pairs well with resting bitch face.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, everyone, while I'm prepping what to say to Cal, I'm gonna stick with Alec. Are we good to do whatever, Alec?
He would recommend staying near the palace,
Okay.
or staying in the palace. It's up to you all.
I'll stick with you while I word this out correctly. And Soul goes down and kind of has the scroll, and they're thinking about what to send first.
Make sure to mention the queen.
Right.
So, Alec, I don't know what title I should refer to you is, but
Well, technically, I'm not nobility, so Alec is fine.
doesn't really feel like, but okay.
Now, why is that, little one?
Wait, because as I understand it, we have an initiation of sorts, a test.
So what now?
I'm told by souls that you wanted to test me.
Oh, right. The spy thing. The 3 tests you talked about with me.
So you already talked about these.
Oh, yeah. When I mentioned it.
Wait, is there anything any preparations that need to be made or anything of that sort?
Alec, why don't you explain what the 3 objectives are in the first place?
So Alec turns toward you and says, "So, Lovette,
Yes.
how good are you at hiding?"
Well, like, hiding in plain sight are we talking, or is like blending into the shadows?
He nods.
Oh, I'm working on it.
Soul is watching the conversation with a very distinct stare.
It's not my specialty.
And how about...
Blending into a cloud is easier. Well, I suppose it depends on the cloud, but...
Do you have any specialized skills to, say, make yourself look different than you do? Are you any good at disguising?
Not terribly at it, but again, it's not my specialty. I did grow up in a place where I stood out clearly.
And I want you to think on this for a little while, but I want you to tell me a lie. And I want you to do your best to convince me that it's the truth.
In the meantime, I'm ready to send my scroll to Cal.
Okay. In that case, go ahead.
Hi, Cal. It's Soul. The Queen is sending us back to the Steam Isle. Can you come back and fly us there if possible?
The response is, "Hello, my dear. It would be a pleasure to have you aboard the magnificent Agile. We have already departed and are heading toward the Steam Island. We can meet it."
Oh, shit.
You would.
Soul just puts their face in their hands.
Well, you do have more.
What's the problem?
He ran out of words to tell me, so I have to use another scroll.
You don't know if he's coming?
He said we could meet at, and then, yep.
So-
Okay.
But he is coming, right?
I need to find that out.
Well, he said that he was coming, right? You just don't know where?
No, he said we could meet at. I don't know if he's coming back. He said, "Hello, my dear. It would be a pleasure to have you aboard the magnificent Asia. We have already departed and heading toward the Steam Isle. We can meet at," and then he ran out of words.
It sounds like he'd be coming back. I mean, if they're close enough to actually go to, we could see a giant fucking airship.
It sounds
We
like
have
he
to-
may be making a full journey there and then coming back. Or that he can expect us to meet in Skrewy.
Well, that's why I was going to use another scroll to double check.
Yes, I think
Alright.
that makes sense. It's unfortunate, but I can't think of anything else.
I was just hoping to save one just in case. Soul's pouting. All right, I'm gonna use another goddamn fucking scroll. Ah!
Sorry, Kenny.
Fuck you.
That's funny.
So, Alec goes over to Lovette and he says, "So, have you thought of an untruth you'd like to tell me yet?"
I can't really think of one. I mean, I can keep thinking about this, what I was going to be telling her about. But I guess I can fly this one.
An eyebrow goes up. "Well, I'm interested if you have the inclination."
I was going to tell Sol that I was never really in love with him in the first place.
Ha!
No, I wanted to apologize.
Alright, I'm assuming you're out of earshot with the rest of the group. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that.
Okay, sure.
Because otherwise Soul's gonna just say that.
I think I misled. Well, I misunderstood my own feelings, but I realize in hindsight now that I was just projecting my self-worth onto them, I guess. It was not really about Sol's feelings, it was about my importance. I was just kind of hoping to apologize for them about that, but I can't get it out of my head.
Go ahead and throw a bluff check.
That's a 2. Oh
Okay.
boy.
Well,
Gonna be
I was
one
like,
of those
I got a
nights.
decent bonus on this, but I don't make decent rolls, so let's
You
see
have
how
a
it
good-
goes.
You do have a good bonus on it, we'll say.
Okay, so Alec kind of like nods along as you say that. I see. Well, I think that's something you may need to continue working on. We've got a little time left.
Can you train me?
I can train anyone.
Will you?
I can tell you care a lot about them, so yes.
That's why I didn't really well visit it.
Oh.
I had to come up with something a little less coming ground next time.
Always remember, the best lies have a core of truth. Alright, so he'll sit down near you and start talking about the nature of lies and truths. And sort of start to give you some pointers while we're waiting on a response from Cal.
Okay.
and I'll read what Soul sent Cal with their second scroll while that's happening. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Alright. Hi, Cal. Sorry, didn't catch that last part. Where do you want to meet at? In 25 words only?
Just everything is with the question mark inflection. Sorry, Cal? Where do you want to meet at? 25 words only?
Underline.
Was I inflecting that much
Don't,
like
don't make me hurt you?
that? I will end you if you cause me more strife.
Hey, that's Petra's job.
No, your job is to keep us safe.
No, you're gonna end Petra for strife.
One of us is at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
most likely
someone is.
Vera.
Alright, the response comes in. Oh, my humblest apologies. I forget how these spells work from time to time.
Oh my god!
We will pick you up at the forum in Hale. Would that work for you?
So he will come here. He just wants another response, because he definitely was ending that with "let me know."
I'm gonna kill him. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill him. I'm just gonna take his little gnome face and smash it into a stupid ship. Oh.
You look rather tired, soul.
I don't even know what that word means, Petri.
It means you're sleepy.
Oh, I sure am tired. Tired of all this bullshit.
In the distance, someone blows a horn.
He will. I just need to get another scroll of sending to tell him that it works for me, because he wants a response. So I guess I gotta go and buy one of those.
Alec will stand up from his little talk with Lovette and walk back over.
Well,
Is everything okay? You seem worked up.
That's when you have to what? You just said that's when you have to, and then you stood up and walked away. Okay.
I do, I'm fine, but I need a third sending scroll to tell Cal that it's okay to meet in the middle of the Forum of Hail. I just don't have one currently, and I need to go buy one.
No.
We can play it. I can.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
I'm
You're talking to me, I constantly worry.
Well, I mean, could purchase a scroll, but there's really no point.
Soul tilts their head. Alec, do you have the spell of sending?
He kind of like smiles. Well, yes. It's sort of standard operational procedure for most spies.
Could you please tell Cal that him picking us up in the Forum in Hail is okay?
Of course, I'll let him know right now. He steps away from the party and casts a spell. You hear him talk into the air, and then a few minutes, like maybe a minute later, he gets a response. Well, that's settled. He's on his way back.
Soul just leans back against the wall.
He says it will take him about a day to get here.
That's fine. I feel so stressed.
Well, it makes sense. You're all about to head to, well, you know where you're going.
Alec, are you coming with us at all?
He kind of looks a little bit ashamed. I have to follow my orders.
I see. So, today's last day, I'm gonna see you for a while then, huh?
He stares at you for a bit, looks deep into your eye, and then leans forward and gives you a hug. You'll be back soon, I'm sure.
Yep, I have to. No choice in that one.
I haven't Celeste today. I forgot to ask about something. I don't know if it's Wells taking his attention away, but it's kind of important to what I was asking before.
Alec, is that okay for Lovette?
Certainly. Come along, Lovette. He leads you over to the intelligence section of the Royal Palace. Right. So he takes you into the intelligence side of the Royal Palace, and you are led back to the central library area where you are brought before Book.
Alright, this feels like I already went through that. Ask one more question, but I'm not sure on the next chance I will have to ask it. Book. I was here just a moment ago asking about Messerion. Are you also aware of a deity known as the One Hungers?
No, I am aware of a deity known as That Which Hungers. I assume that is the one you're referring to?
So, yes.
Yes, I am aware of such a deity, as much as it can be considered a deity.
What do you know of it?
I know that it is the chief being worshipped by the Dark Elves.
Is it related to the enemy?
No, there is no evidence of anything like that.
Is it an enemy? Is it considered dangerous?
It is typically considered to be a dangerous being, that what its designs are somewhat unknown, but none consider it to be beneficial to the world.
I see.
All of my information on it is scattered and not well corroborated through multiple sources, but what I have is that whatever this being is, it tends to coordinate the efforts of the Dark Elves to further some sort of goal or purpose. But what that is beyond my knowledge.
You know if they commune with it directly?
Yes. That creature and the other one like it in this world, both of them commune directly with their followers.
That's the one.
Yes. The being's arch nemesis or sister creature, a being known as the Deep One.
It's a deep one. Is this also worshipped by dark elves?
No, it is worshipped by a race that lives well beneath the ocean. They are, both of them, quite dangerous. May I ask what your aims are?
I don't really have any plans yet, but they are names I held from an important person, and I did not recognize them. I didn't really have enough information to act on, but now I know probably to stay away. Thank you for your time.
Alright. Lovette and Alec return a few minutes later.
Alright.
Sorry for the delay.
Everything okay, Lovette?
Yes. Seems some things at home I don't know complicated than I realized, but neither here nor there.
Oh.
Is this more complicated in a way that negatively affects us, or is this
It-
just like...
I don't think it will affect us at all.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Then we're fine, I hope.
Alec will say that since Cal is back on his way, it'll be about a day until he arrives in the forum, so we have one day. Yep.
Vera's not going to do anything special.
Mhm.
She's probably just going to be taking care of the bees and wasps that she currently has.
Okay.
Maybe training, try to do some one-arm push-ups, fail, fall on her face.
No, she's cooler than that.
Yeah, she's way stronger than that. She can.
Well,
she can
she's
do.
strong enough doesn't mean she has as good a balance.
I don't know. She's a druid. She's pretty good at balance.
I had something I wanted to Lovette to talk to Vera about, and this would be the perfect time. So, like, as she's doing one-arm push-ups, Lovette's gonna
In
come
the
back
middle of
of the
this-
street.
No, I don't think
Oh,
we've
the-
left the building.
Oh, in the middle of the building, yeah.
I assume that we're probably at the statue by now.
That's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So the party is now in the forum in the center of the city of Hale by the statue of Matilda. It's about 1 o'clock, we'll say, after all is said and done. Alec does not want to leave Soul's side, it seems.
Soul looks oddly distracted right now.
Like, in what direction?
Yeah.
Like-
At Alec, or just, like, into the...
They have their fingers kind of over their lips a little bit, and they look like they've been thinking. So they haven't noticed that he's like right next to them constantly right now.
You're just kind of living there.
Yeah, they're in really deep thought.
Are you doing all right?
Just, like, doing push-ups.
What?
You look distracted.
I just want this to go well. You know?
Well, it has to go well.
You're right. You're always right.
There is no possibility of us failing because we have to do this. Soul goes back to zoning out pretty much.
Yo, there's nothing Vera can do about that.
Alec suddenly snaps to attention as if he hears someone speaking to him.
Can Soul notice his sudden movement like that?
Yeah, with a perception check.
Of course. You know that's my favorite roll.
Yeah,
21.
you notice that.
I'm gonna wait a second so that if someone's talking to him, he can hear it.
He turns
Soul's
and says,
looking at him.
I have an answer.
An answer?
Yes, the Queen just contacted me.
Oh, what does she say?
Her Majesty has contacted the Vizier in the Gnome lands. He awaits our arrival.
Wait, we are seeing a Vizier?
Yeah.
He nods.
Of the nomads.
It's just kind of registered. I mean, from where I come from, that's kind of like meeting a minor celebrity.
You've met me.
Lovette,
I didn't know who you were.
make a knowledge local, please.
I don't have that.
You're a gnome. I'm gonna give you a bonus knowledge local. You're from that city.
Oof.
Oof.
No, that's not that bad because you're from the town, so you get like a 10-point bonus. You know the Vizier.
19.
Yeah, so it's a 19. So you know the Vizier of Whalercog is a gnome by the name of Nanton.
We'll be meeting Vizier Nanton himself.
You know a bit more about him than his name. You
Actually.
know that he has served as the Vizier for quite a while, and even though the actual kings have changed, he has been perpetually in his position for a while. So some believe that he's the actual power behind the throne, since the kings are well known to be doofuses.
So more than a minor celebrity.
Yeah, he's most likely the actual acting leader of the country, since the kings are doofuses.
Doofuses.
Suppose this is how a member of the Arham would feel meeting the book, so I suppose they don't know about that around here.
I mean, you met Matilda, though. She's a queen. And, like, a really big deal.
The king of this Steam Isle is supposed to be a big deal. He's a king.
I mean, he's still just a person.
That's right, Vera. And a person is important in their own right.
Well,
That's
yes,
correct.
but it's just exciting to meet someone you already know about.
Soul shrugs and is like, whatever.
What would anyone like to do with their last day in Hale?
Well,
Soul's probably gonna reach their hand out and grab Alex's hand.
He gives it a squeeze.
Wanna hang out today?
Of course. And no matter where you go, know that I'll be with you in spirit at least.
Soul just nods. They're looking away though. We all know they're sad. They're a sad child, okay?
They're trying to be really strong about this.
Don't be a cancer about this.
I am a cancer about this. Look how emotional I am. Also, they're a Leo.
Yeah?
Yeah, Soul's a Leo.
So they gotta stop acting like a cancer and talk more like
They
a
are
Leo.
on the cusp of cancer. Yeah.
Petrie wanted to go off on a little adventure really fast,
Uh-oh.
if possible.
What's up?
Spaghettios.
No, you're
Pull me into another room.
Oh boy. Oh wow. Alright, bye
I'm gonna go
everybody. Alright, what's up?
Petrie knows that Sol has been having a rough time with the death of Marcus. He wants to venture off and see if he can find a trinket that would, from his knowledge of Marcus, mean something to Sol, to try to ease their soul.
Okay.
Ease their...
Anything in particular you'd like to do?
I was gonna go to an artisan and wanted to get something along the line, something made of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just like a miniature halfling, like a little miniature thing.
Okay, like a little statuette. Like a little statuette of Marcus?
Yeah, because
Okay.
he knows of Marcus, and he knows that there's probably plenty of artisans that could whip something up really fast here.
Sure. Okay. You want to have a miniature of Marcus made for you?
Yes,
Alright, easy enough. And what was the material you want it made out of?
wood, and if possible, I'd like to have it imbued with some magic, a protection
To do what?
against evil, if possible. I don't know if that's possible.
How many times per day you want it to be usable?
Once or twice, maybe.
The answer is 800 gold.
I buy it,
Okay.
and I make my way back.
So is Vera still pumping iron?
Yes.
Yep.
Then we'll come over to her at some point. So Vera, I was actually kind of meaning to ask you something.
All right.
Is now a bad time?
I mean, I'm not really doing much.
Okay, so how do you get like arms like that? You know, like so that strong. Like I saw the look in Moira's eyes, and I was
You keep working.
Like, Vera is still, like, doing push-ups and, like, just looks at the ground, like,
You just keep doing it.
how much?
I don't know, every day?
For how many days?
I don't know, I could just kind of do it because I can do it.
It's because you can.
I don't know, maybe 19 years or 10 years?
Okay, well, is there any way to cut that number down?
I mean, I really don't know how to improve it. It just kind of works for me.
Okay, well, that makes sense. It works for you.
I eat a lot of honey, maybe that helps.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I'd try that. That sounds like a good idea.
I don't think that.
And Lovette will go off and write some notes down in her notebook.
eat more honey.
Yep, eat more honey, you'll get buff.
Mild exercise plus honey equals buff? Question mark?
Yeah, that is verbatim what she wrote down.
So does Petra come back also?
Or does he just go off
No,
on an
he's dead
adventure?
too.
So, Petra returns to the forum carrying a new item, a new bag.
A bag?
A new sack?
Yeah, a little sack.
Keep that thought in the back of your sack.
What does this bag look like?
Yeah, what is this bag?
Describe Petra's sack.
So the sack, it looks like it's big enough to carry some sort of object that's about 6 inches long and roughly cylindrical.
6 inches long.
Is that a fair description of the dimensions, Skrewy?
We are so mature.
I would say less cylindrical, maybe a little shorter.
Okay. I mean, so
So is it like for carrying like scrolls?
no, that's the object in the bag.
In the bag, yeah.
Oh,
So there's
in the
an
bag.
object in the bag that you think is maybe like 5 or 6 inches long and roughly cylindrical.
I mean, it's not the length that I'm really worried about. Like, what's the girth on it?
It's maybe an inch wide,
Not bad.
maybe 2 inches wide.
Alright, I guess. I don't
Listener, I swear we're adults.
know. Please tell me he does not have a stupid sling staff.
Sling staffs are like a staff you have to
Yeah.
carry around. No, this is
Yeah,
much
they're like
smaller.
a big thing.
Okay.
Unless he had like
So
a
technically-
power pole. A sling
technically,
power
Beardy.
pole.
Oh shit, could be a power pole. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
A
Could be.
Full rod.
Maybe he's got an extendo pole.
Vera's not going to ask this shit because fuck this guy.
Because Vera does not like them.
Is anyone else going to say anything then?
Yeah, hey, Petravian, I noticed you have a strange rod in your sack. Do you want to explain that?
I don't just show my rod to anyone, you know.
You shouldn't. Let's go.
Soul looks concerned.
Alec looks concerned. Karis looks concerned.
Vera's working out.
I think even Archibald probably looks concerned right now.
Is Archie out?
I'm gonna get him going because he needs some walking time.
Okay.
Pick a dog.
Honestly, just not very long after that exchange, maybe a minute after that, Soul, you suddenly hear a voice in your head.
Okay.
That is what it says.
Ooh.
Oh, now I'm all curious.
Kenny's being real quiet.
Kenny got real quiet.
And the way the spell works is you can send back a 30-word reply.
Oh, fuck.
Do you want to do that later so you can have time to think about?
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
think about this.
Alright, that's fine.
Oh, shit.
Also, Vera will give Lovette a bottle of honey.
Oh, sweet.
Alright, so I will advance time then.
Are you going to say that now?
Okay. Response sent. Alright.
Definitely when Soul's around Alec, they kind of stiffen up a bit after they receive that.
Alright, so February 10th will pass. We'll set it to morning, 10 a.m. You guys are meeting in the forum, and the Agile will swoop in from the sky. It comes in for a fast landing, and a rope ladder is tossed across the side of the ship. 2 gnomes hanging over the edge of the ship, waving.
Soul nudges Lovette forward.
Oh, okay. Climb up the red ladder. Actually, no. So, if Archibald's hanging out, without the dog around, I'm curious, did he stay open when I was asleep?
If you left Archie out,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he'll bring me out. So I'm gonna have, because I didn't get to show off his fucking thing yet. He doesn't have the wings anymore because it's cooler. So I'll snap and he picks me up, and he has like Iron Man jets in his feet now, except instead of being like fuel powered, like jet fuel powered, they're electricity, and he fucking floats up onto the deck of the ship.
So he doesn't have a wing attack anymore, though?
No, because Beardy said he was too strong. I did it mainly so that he wouldn't be so overpowered.
He is strong boy.
Strunk.
Somebody has to be.
Although I did eventually want him to have fucking Iron Man flying things because he's a giant robot, dude. Like,
Yeah.
This is amazing.
So, yeah, so his
Idiot.
feet crackle
Giant.
with electricity, and he basically flies Lovette up onto the deck of the ship, where you see Moira is there, like, beaming at you.
I am gonna jump down and hug her right away.
She immediately kisses you on the mouth.
Oh, damn.
I love love.
Happy day after Valentine's Day, everybody.
Soul is gonna have a goodbye with Alec first if he came
He's
in the
there.
morning with them.
Yeah, he's there. No other place in the world he'd be right now.
That's really sweet. Everyone else can roleplay going up on the ship first if they want to do something. I just wanted to take a second to say goodbye to him.
Right, Vera's just going to turn into a bee and fly up there.
Alright.
You fancy bee bitch.
Hey, it's true.
Petra's gonna. Do you need a climb check?
No, it's a ladder. You can climb it.
Okay, making sure.
But do one just in case.
Since you
I'm gonna
asked.
do-
Soul has their face buried in Alec's chest currently.
You're in a hug, and he's like got one hand that's kind of like stroking the back of your head. And he's like, it'll be okay. You'll get through this. You'll succeed because you have to.
Call me in like a week or something, or send me a message in a week or so, or maybe a week and a half. Just check in on me at some point.
He hugs a little tighter and says, of course.
Alright. Goodbye.
He takes a step back, shoots you a smile, and says, I know you've got this.
Soul's gonna kiss him.
Alright.
And they're gonna be the one to break it, and they turn away and run off to the ship without looking back until they get onto the ship.
Alright, so once everyone is aboard the Agile, Calcutic gives the order, and the ship rockets its way up into the upper sky and begins plying through the clouds to move to the southeast toward the Steam Isle.
Yeah.
So, one thing that happens almost immediately is Moira wants to take Lovette into a separate room.
Oh my.
Aw, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Aw, shit.
They're gonna go canoodle.
Better not be in the group bed.
Oh, it's gonna be in the group
Oh,
bed.
no, I don't have a
fuck.
portal separate dimension to sleep in anymore. Shit.
Oh, sorry. Guess you get.
So you gotta sleep with us.
Gotta sleep with us.
peasants, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you too.
It sucks.
The floor is really comfy, so
I know, Vera.
Moira will take Lovette down to the bunk room, leaving the rest of the party on the deck. Lovette, I wanted to talk to you.
I wanted to talk to you too. I missed you so much. Just the other day.
She, like, as she's talking to you, she's like, she first thing she does is, like, when she takes you downstairs, she's, like, holding your hand the whole time, like, pulling you down the stairs. She gets you into the room, closes the door, and then she turns, and as she's talking to you, she's, like, alternating every other word with a kiss. And she's like, I feel really weird. I've never felt like this before.
Good wheel, bad wheel. We feel kind of wheel too.
I feel so full of energy. Like, I feel so alive.
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to you.
Oh, no,
To that big, gorgeous brain of yours.
Lovette is definitely blushing deeply at this point. She's trying to play it cool at first, but it's not keeping up.
Moira, like, pulls herself away from you for a second and says, I feel like urges I've never felt before. And I wanted to ask you if it's alright to act on them.
Oh, never felt it before?
Not like this before, no.
Oh, okay. But, yeah.
It's okay to act on them?
I think so. What kind of urges are we talking?
She turns around and hits the latch on the door to lock it. And she is going to throw herself at you.
Oh, damn. All right. The coat is coming off.
So that's happening, like, immediately. So the best way to describe this is ferocious,
Damn.
I think is the way I would describe it.
All right. Not what I was expecting.
To the point where, like, during your activities, she bites you.
Oh, damn.
Like, we'll say on the shoulder.
Oh, shit. Well, good thing I get that coat.
What? Oh, yeah,
That's
you'll be able to cover it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to cover the mark. But yeah, she gets ferocious. But yeah, so that's gonna go. Just for shits and giggles, let's have you make a Constitution check.
No. Constitution, alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, damn.
Hey,
I mean,
nice.
+1, but...
Alright, that's good stuff. Okay. Alright, well, you're gonna be in there for a while, so I'm gonna move you back up to the main group so you can just sit in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll be in that room for a while.
Damn.
Partners,
All right.
but,
So Calcutic gives the order, and you guys are heading to the southeast, and he's kind of like musing about the trip that he's just taken and how it's been like. Well, it was a bit of a waste taking the ship out a day just to turn around and taking a day back to pick you all up. He
got paid for it.
It's how it works out, he supposes, but
It's inefficient.
he doesn't like the inefficiency of it, and he also says that the stock, like the supplies on board, are less than he anticipated. They'll have to do a full restock of supplies when they arrive in Hale, because like all of the ships, like dried meat is gone already.
I'm
So
gonna give
all
Cal
this-
an extra 100 to apologize.
He politely declines your money. He says, "No, I'm being well paid by Her Majesty.
Okay.
You may keep all of this gold. You and your group will need it, because I imagine your mission's going to be quite a lot more dangerous than mine."
Thank you, Cal.
And Soul puts their hand on his shoulder. I guess they have to kneel down.
Oh, it's quite all right. He beams with pride. It's quite
You're an
all right
amazing
indeed.
person, and I think you should be a very proud captain.
Ha!
Obviously, everyone here respects you.
Oh, shucks. Wow. Is there anything that you need for the journey?
Nope, just the journey.
Very well. We're making best time already, so make yourselves comfortable. You know where everything is on the ship.
Yeah.
I do apologize for the lack of meat. We're only going to have, breads, biscuits, and dried nuts.
We have sprinkles, so it's fine.
I swore we packed more meat. Anyway, he walks away.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh no. Oh.
Am I missing something?
A worry. You're missing a worry.
Apparently.
Uh-oh, Spaghettios. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Anyway, it's okay.
Continue.
All right. So, if no one has anything that they'd like to do over the next 3 days, I'm going to go ahead and skip time forward.
I
Because-
do,
Okay.
actually. In one of the middle of the nights.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy.
Probably more towards the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Pull myself and Soul into another room, please.
Okay.
Oh.
So in the middle of the night, even better. All right, here we
Oh,
go.
damn.
Where on the ship is this taking place?
from what Petrie knows, Soul doesn't sleep much. And when they wake up, they go and hang out towards like the gallery area.
Xeno wants to know if Vera could hear the conversation.
Oh, okay. So is this in the middle of the night, like you said? Like everyone goes to sleep, or what?
Or towards the early morning.
Like super early morning hours? Okay.
Yeah.
Vera, go ahead and make a perception check.
That's going to be a 31.
31. Yeah, you wake up from Petravian leaving the room, so you can listen in if you'd like.
Does he leave his bag in the room?
The big one.
I'd like to go through it.
Did Lovette hear that? Or
No, Lovette is asleep. So, Vera, you are awake, and you can listen in on the conversation as much as you'd like.
She wants to go through his bag.
Okay. You go through his bag. Hold on. His inventory. He has literally nothing. His bag is empty.
Oh, you didn't leave the home with
No, I
the
left
or
my-
whatever it is?
What?
No, I didn't leave that one. I brought
Well,
the.
okay, sorry. So in that case, in the bag, I'm assuming you take your armor and weapons off.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, there's a full plate, a light steel shield, and a warhammer, and probably boots of swiftness. I'm assuming. I guess you take your shoes off to sleep too.
Of course.
What about your belt and bracers
I mean,
and your
I would
phylactery?
assume-
Okay, in that case, all of your items are in this bag. So it's a +1
Yeah.
full plate mail, +1 steel light shield, +1 warhammer, boots of swiftness, bracers of dexterity, belt of physical perfection +2, and phylactery of positive channeling.
So was one of those the ones that he came back with?
No, that item is not in the bag.
Oh, okay.
Would you mind role-playing waking Soul up and stuff, though?
sure.
Sorry, this is assumed that Soul's already up, right?
Yeah, I was assuming that Soul.
Well,
Petrie
actually,
knows.
So
Oh, okay.
DM Daddy knows.
Mm.
Soul's been trying to sleep to re-dream.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So-
In that case, Soul is in a hammock. Like, instead of meditating, like laying down and trying to sleep like a human, like a dirty, filthy human.
Soul.
What do
Soul.
you want, Petrie?
May I have a word, if you don't mind? I know it's very early. Normally, I've seen you awake. I'm actually surprised.
Soul just gets up and just gestures to the door.
Thank you.
All right. Two of you head out into the main gallery.
Careful, I don't want you waking everyone up.
No. It's nothing too important, but I know it's a sensitive subject for you. I know you from what Marcus told the Council of Eden. He was very, very, very close with you.
Yeah?
And
Soul's looking away.
I know that he wouldn't have done what he did if he didn't know you were going to be okay. But I'm not terribly great at these things, but I've seen that you've been having great distress over his death. While we were in town, I ran off to one of the more of an artisanal area, but, well, here. And he takes out the little bag and hands it to Soul.
Soul cocks an eyebrow at him, but takes it and opens it?
All right. Soul, you open the bag, and what you remove is a 5 or so inch tall wooden figurine carved and painted to look exactly like Marcus. It's like a piece of lacquered wood, expertly carved and then hand painted to appear like a little figurine of Marcus with his robe and sling staff, and the little figure smiling.
Halflings have always been very important to me. I've had a very, very soft spot for small things, and I want you to know that he would want you to be okay.
Soul quietly nods and slowly puts the figure back into the container, but hugs the container to their chest. I think it's a really sweet gift, Petrie. Petra, you'll have to forgive me. I want to be okay about what happened. It's just, when I think about it, it hurts too much. And I feel like if I don't take care of what I need to right now, I'm going to crumble. So, thank you for the gift. I have to do what I need to do before I can process everything. If that makes... And Soul looks down and rubs their eyes real quick. If that makes sense. Alright.
Absolutely. There is a little bit of extra in this little totem. It's not
What?
much.
What do you mean?
Well, it will, once a day, protect against evil, much like how Marcus wanted to do.
So, keep it on me?
Keep it on.
I can do that. Thank you. And Soul steps forward for a second and then steps back and looks like they're calculating something real quick. Do you like hugs? Does that...
I may look like stone, but my heart is still as soft as anyone else's.
Soul does a little hop and hugs Petrie. Thank you.
Yeah.
I still hate you, though. And Soul, leans back and smiles at him.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Good. I'm gonna try to sleep some more. I think you should, too. Be as rested as possible, because we're gonna experience a whole new level of hurt, I think, than anyone should.
Well, it'll be an adventure.
Agreed.
Tomorrow's another day.
Also, what are your intentions with my daughter?
With your what?
Sorry, Karis.
Petra blushes a little bit, but she's very attractive.
Alright, if I see you out of line, I will make you hurt emotionally. But
You may smite me where I stand.
in the meantime, get to know her, and we'll see where that happens. Where that goes. I don't know. I'm a good mom. Soul playfully punches the side of Petra's arm and then goes back into the room to sleep.
Alright.
Roll for damage.
Soul
Crit.
curls back up into their hammock.
Alright. What do you do, Petravian?
Petravian goes and does his early morning prayers.
Alright.
Preps for the day.
Okay. Soul. Okay, you now have a Marcus statuette in your inventory. What it's going to do is once per day, it allows you to cast Protection from Evil on yourself. It lasts for 1 minute, and in order to use it, you have to take the statuette out and say a command word.
Wait, I don't know the command word!
You just have to ask Petravian.
God damn it!
So you get back in the hammock, and sleep quickly finds you. And in that sleep, you have a dream.
Okay. Let's hear it.
You find yourself in a room. The room is colorless. The air here feels heavy, like there's a lot of dust in it. It's hard to breathe. You grasp at your chest for breath, and it's difficult. You're not alone. You look around and you see other people. Each of them are wearing a mask. The masks are almost featureless. They all stare at you.
Am I able to control my dream at all?
A little
Like
bit.
me in the dream?
Somewhat. You can look around. When you try to speak, you don't find your voice. But what you
I've had those
notice,
dreams before.
you look around and you are surrounded by 7 people, and they're all looking at you with masks on, and none of them say anything. You go to speak, you can't. As you spin around to look at the people surrounding you, because you're in the middle of this colorless room, you notice that there are no doors to leave.
Do any of the figures look familiar, like other distinctions past the mask?
No, they're all featureless.
Oh.
Humans, possibly humanoid figures. It's impossible to tell their race with the masks they're wearing, but they're all about the same height, and they're all looking at you intently. And then you turn around, as you continue spinning, you see there is a door where there wasn't before. The door stands open, and in the doorway is a figure made of pure darkness, and you awake with a cold sweat.
Okay.
Alright, it is now the morning of the 11th? Or no, sorry, 12th.
Yes.
12th. Morning of the 12th. So the journey will be the 12th, 13th, and 14th, and you should arrive late on the 14th. Is there anything you would like to do during your flight journey to the Steam Isle?
I had some things I wanted to do, but recent events have kind of thrown them out of balance.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, you find yourself occupied more than you expected.
Okay. Well, I was going to craft stuff, but I guess it's your call on whether or not I have the time for it.
No, you don't.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
The 12th, 13th, and 14th will pass with little outside interruptions or events as your ship plies its way across the continent.
Has Moira done anything that out of the ordinary?
You haven't seen a lot of Moira,
She's been
TBH.
busy.
Moira and Lovette have been very busy in this over this journey. Like, you pretty much only see them at mealtime, where they're both kind of eating ravenously
Damn.
to replenish their calories. But
Soul looks like they're enjoying this small little realization of, the shoe's on the other foot now.
But yeah, you get the sense that they've been preoccupied with each other.
Hail hydrate.
basically.
At one of the meals, Petra looks over to Lovette and says, "So you're keeping hydrated? It's very, very... Air's really dry up here, isn't it?"
You just see Soul across the deck. Petrie!
What?
Leave her alone!
What?
Go talk to Karis or some shit. Leave Lovette alone. She's having a good time.
I bet.
Petrie!
You want to say something? Lovette
I
has like a
want you-
glare in her eyes, but a smile on her lips.
I want to make sure you're well hydrated.
Soul goes over and grabs Petrie's arm and drags him to the other side of the ship. You leave her alone. She has had a rough time, and she's finally happy right now, so just let it happen. Oh.
Okay.
Thank
Just have a
you.
little fun.
Soul sets Petrie next to Karis.
Petrie blushes a little.
Karis blushes a little.
Oh boy.
So, Petravian,
Yes. Miss Karis.
how have you been?
It's been a very pleasant voyage. Have you needed much ginger tea?
Vera's just staring daggers at Petra this entire time.
Soul goes to sit by Vera.
I think that I might be getting my sky legs, so I think I haven't needed quite as much as I expected, I guess. Thanks for asking.
Wonderful. Well, I'd hate for you to have a bad voyage.
That was a nice thing you did for Soul.
They seem so sad. I don't like it when people are sad. I want to do what I can to help. Is there anything I could help you with? Like,
No? No, I can't I can't think of anything. At the moment. You do, I don't, I can't really, how well do you, have you talked to anyone in the group about me?
no, it would seem rude.
Well,
Straight people in my party?
I'm, thanks, Grem.
Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Is that even
That's not what I
allowed?
signed up for. Also, keep your hands off my child, because
Too
otherwise
late.
you will actually die.
There's something that I don't know if you know about me.
Well, I already know you're very pretty.
Like, Vera's glaring, and Soul's just got this, like, shit-eating grin while watching the exchange from across the deck.
Just intensifies.
Okay, so I didn't exactly have a normal upbringing. Part of it was some magical rituals that were done. They, changed me.
Petra looks them up and down and said, "Into what?"
She kind of like looks off in the middle distance and kind of mouths shut up to something that isn't there.
Yay!
Yeah.
I miss her sister.
And she kind of like looks back over. She finally like turns her head and actually like looks at Petra for the first time, because she's been sort of like embarrassedly looking at, you know, the ground or her food. I can't touch anyone.
Do you not like germs either?
Yeah, that's it. I don't like germs. She rolls up one of her sleeves, and you can see an intricate tattoo pattern that seems to go up her arm. She what?
Soul's smug expression watching the interaction now looks uncomfortable, and they look away now.
It's a type of magic that I don't really understand very well myself, but it changes some things about me. I can't hug a person. I can't kiss a person. It's difficult sometimes.
Well, I've always liked a challenge.
Oh my god!
She just sort of has like this simmering level of red on her face, and she just goes back to eating quietly.
He
Now I
says
know
that
why.
while he's looking. He was saying that while looking forward, kind of just enough that Karis could hear it.
I'm so happy. My baby!
She She scooches imperceptibly closer to Petra. Still leaving a comfortable distance between them, of course.
Soul can probably hear a unhappy exhale from Vera. It's a...
Vera.
What?
Okay, like, several days ago you seemed fine with Petrie, and now you seem like you absolutely hate him. What's going on?
We can just... The sooner we get this over with, the better.
Vera,
Looks at Soul.
I just want you to actually tell me what you're thinking. I know you're hiding something. Not exactly hiding, but you're not telling me something. What's going on? Please.
You can't be trusted. You can't trust him.
Soul takes out the item that Petra gave them. He gave me this, Vera, in good faith to make me feel better.
He gave you that?
Yeah. You think I would have gotten a statue of, carved?
Well,
Can't even think about it.
It's nice that he gave you that and not a death threat.
I'm sorry, he did what?
Don't worry about it.
I always worry. Duh. Talk to me, Vera. Did he hurt you?
He told me that if I was out of line, that he would deal with me. Just like all of his people.
Soul stands up and walks over to Petra.
Karis looks up at you with still like an embarrassed look on her face, a lot of flushed face.
And are you okay?
She starts to apologize. It's okay, Soul. It's fine. We were just talking.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm fine with you two talking.
Oh.
You seem to get along very well.
Soul winks really quick at Karis.
She looks away, still
Soul
embarrassed.
puts a really quick dancing light on Karis's nose.
She laughs.
Petrie,
Yes,
I need to talk to you really quick.
absolutely.
Thank you. Karis will be right back, okay, sweetheart?
Sure, I'll be here, okay?
Okay, and Soul leads Petrie down to the gallery. Hey, buddy.
What can I do for you?
Vera told me that you threatened her.
When?
Do you want me to go get her? She'd probably kill you. Look, she has some anger issues.
Well...
What did you say to her that makes her think something like that?
The followers of Malefra in the
Mm-hmm.
past,
Yeah.
from what I've been told,
Mm-hmm.
the followers of the cult of Malefra.
I'm sorry, what did you just call it?
The followers of the cult of Malefra.
It is not a cult! DM Daddy, shut up. Soul has been totally like... I have helped get followers for this religion, this following. It is not what you just said. That is a bad word and a mean word, and you need to take it back.
I share with Soul all the different, I guess they'd be called uprisings, the emergences of the cult of Malefra, all these different emergences of the religion of Malefra
Soul
have
looks
brought
like
about
they don't give a shit.
have brought about great strife.
Mm-hmm.
And I only told Miss Vera that I am here to protect this mission and the people in it from threats from without and within.
Are you stupid? That's like the dumbest thing you could have said to Vera.
Really? Please tell me you ended there. Please tell me that was all you told her. What else did you tell her?
She made some comments about a knife in the back, and I said it wouldn't be a knife, it'd be a hammer.
I think you're literally as dense as you look. Really? You told her that?
I've never been
Wow.
told I've been bright.
Hmm.
Caring, but not that bright.
Well, you can care a little bit better with your words next time. I have to clean up your mess right now. So, maybe not say anything bad about Vera. And plus, a second point, who says Vera isn't going to change everything? Maybe this part of Malefra is the change that this world needs. I believe in her. Can't you give her a chance? Just because you know something from the past doesn't mean it can't improve. People like you, who assume stuff like that, you're the kind of people that would cause those problems to begin with because you don't believe in someone. She is my best friend, and I will defend her to the end of the earth. And if you threaten her again, I'm pretty sure she'll kill you.
You may protect her.
Oh, I don't need to protect her.
I'm just sharing with you what I've been taught. I give people the benefit.
Well, next time, Petra, I need you to choose your words better so that I don't have to go and help everyone else feel okay in the group. We're about to go to a different world. We do not need inner conflict. And if you want to keep seeing my daughter, you're going to have to be better about it.
Blush.
That's what I thought. Look, Petrie, I appreciate the gift from yesterday, and I want you to work in our group. Please be careful with your words. I'm gonna go fix this, but just think a little next time. If not for me or Vera, do it so you can keep talking to Karis.
When we get the chance, you need to tell me everything about why she can't be touched.
Soul looks horrified.
I'm not going to press the issue with her. I'm not going to try to touch her. But
dude. TMI, okay.
But Karis will tell you everything that you need to know if you just ask her. She's a smart cookie. You don't have to go behind doors to ask things about her. She's smart. She's brilliant. She has a photographic memory, and she's really awesome.
A lot of things that I'm not.
Then, if you want to get to know her, just keep talking to her. She'll let you know her boundary. And if you're smart enough, you'll listen. Okay?
Come on, Petrie, and Soul, smacks his shoulder.
He'll be okay. I have to go talk to Vera now. You may go sit by Karis again if you wish. Just don't get out of line again, okay? Vera's our leader. We need her.
I always thought you were.
No. It's definitely Vera.
I'm there for moral support, mostly.
Yeah, the bard. The bard can't be the leader. It's not allowed.
So I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go talk to Vera. And you take some time to think about what we just talked about, okay? And no more telling Vera you're gonna smash her head in with a giant hammer, okay?
Not that big.
Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Soul goes back up to the deck and goes to Vera.
Hey.
Yes?
So I just yelled at Petrie, and he won't hurt you. Also, I told him he was very mean for what he said.
Well, I appreciate it.
Also, I told him you'd totally be able to fuck him over if he ever got out of line.
Oh, I would.
I know, right? That's what I was saying.
But I told him to watch himself and to not just go around willy-nilly saying stupid, rude things. You deserve better, Vera, okay?
And Soul touches Vera's shoulder.
Millie deserves better. And this doesn't change the fact that I can't trust him.
That's okay. But at least we're setting the groundwork to have you guys trust each other, okay?
Sure.
Just looks down. And Vera will be messing with the metal apiary that Lovette made.
Oh.
She's probably collecting honey out of it.
Oh.
You don't have to try per se, but he will. And we have a thing to do, so I trust you'll do what's best for everyone. Because that's what you always do. You're the best.
Thank you, Soul.
Here, did you eat? Did you put food in your mouth?
Looks up like a empty bowl,
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
Soul looks up, now that Soul's done with that, they, look over to, smile at Karis and then notice she's over by the grate.
Karis
Karis?
smiles back at you.
What? Soul blushes and walks over? What are you doing?
I was just standing around. What were you doing?
Fixing things.
Oh, yeah?
Like normal. What? Why are you smiling like that?
What did I do?
It was good advice.
What was?
It was good advice. That's all.
Soul looks like a deer in headlights.
And I consider myself a little sister, not a daughter.
I know.
Soul just buries their face in their hands. Oh, you weren't supposed to hear that.
She just stands there and smiles at you.
Soul forces a little dancing light to boop Karis's nose.
Oh, she was listening at the
Oh,
crate.
yes, she was.
Door.
Oh.
She know everything.
Yeah.
You don't have to use me as a bargaining chip, you know. It's-
Now it's even more embarrassing.
It's not like anything can happen anyway. Come on.
It's not about physical things happening. If you want to spend time with someone, I think that's just as important as someone being physical, Paris. Maybe even more important.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say.
Soul looks kind of offended, but is blushing.
I'm sorry, Karis.
It's all right. That's something I have to get used to.
I just wanted you to be happy. I didn't mean to intrude.
It's all right. It's okay. And hey, maybe when this is all over, we can maybe see about, well, once my sister's back, then we can see about getting rid of, you know, she like rubs one of her arms. All of that.
Soul flinches.
Only if you're okay with that.
I mean, it would be different.
It'll be okay.
I know.
Please don't tell anyone what I said.
She just kind of like has a grin on her face. Yep.
That's all I did know.
She takes a step away from the grate, sits back down by the side of the ship.
Soul goes to sit back down with Vera, face in hands, embarrassed.
What's the matter with you?
I've tried to fix too many things.
More problems with Karis?
No, she's a sweetheart and I love her. I just feel awkward.
Ah, did you say something wrong to her?
No.
Then why are you... I don't understand.
Soul just looks up with puppy eyes.
What's that supposed to mean?
Can I lean on you?
I prefer it if you don't.
Okay.
Also, there is like wasps and honeybees literally
Ew.
crawling on it.
Just looking over and be like, no, maybe not.
Whereas like feeling like I don't feel awkward. I can't fucking help you here. I've never felt awkward before. I just do shit and people can deal with the consequences. It's not my fucking problem anymore.
Vera lives with a level of freedom that the rest of us just have to envy.
Exactly.
Soul just curls up as an embarrassed mess.
Well, that's it for me.
So Moira is eating like a bowl of stew with one hand, and her other hand is beneath the table on the inside of Lovette's thigh.
Jeez. This is a big 180 from Lovette's life. Fucking rest of her life.
Petra makes his way back to the deck, to the mess hall, and asks Karis, do you mind if I sit back with you?
She shoots you a big smile and says, not at all. And she kind of like scoots over a little bit to make room for you. So, do you like books?
I can't read.
Well, I mean, hold on. With an intelligence... Beardy, can he read? With that intelligence?
Yes, dude, 10 is average.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I think you're around the same intelligence as Soul. Oh wait, never mind.
No.
Their
Wait, yeah.
wisdom's low. Soul's dense, but at least they're smart.
Yeah.
Petra's not that smart, but he sure has. He comes up with some sage-like sayings.
For example, I have a big sack.
Or it won't be a knife.
Yeah, that's my favorite
Or-
sage thing. It won't be a
Can I
knife.
touch your smoochums?
Sorry.
Shnookums?
Yeah.
Can I touch
Again.
your Shnookums?
Again, not smart, but wise.
That's not a wise thing to do.
Was it wise or just really, really dumb?
Oh,
Fucking dumb.
that's fantastic.
That's so good.
Is Petravian wise or just really
Far away?
Yeah, really far away.
Alternate title for the episode.
Can I touch your Snookums? Or is he really far away?
Find out next time. Anyway, so
We're not stopping.
We're not
get to another-
stopping.
We gotta get to another fucking world tonight. Come on.
Yeah, Jesus.
So yeah, so Karis asks if you like any books.
I don't read often, but I'd like to share if
She,
you have some.
she looks like a little heartbroken. You don't read much? Oh, but books are amazing. They offer you the ability to learn from everyone else's experiences, from all times of history.
Do you have any with you?
Yes, but I don't think you would like them.
Oh.
Tell you what, next time we go to a town with a library, I will get you as many books as I can carry.
It's like 3 books.
Yeah, it's like 3 books.
How about we both go and I can carry him for you?
I would like that very much.
The crystals on his head are just absolutely glowing.
Like they're actually glowing. Oh my god.
He's going nuclear! Bomb has been planted.
I'm glad we were all on the same page about that one.
Oh, God.
Petravian is so embarrassed his head explodes.
Are Lovette and Moira doing anything? I think they're the only ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
going to the,
Oh,
yeah, they're going to their
doing a
room.
lot.
They're going to their room.
Like, yeah, I figured there's a lot of stuff that Lovette actually wants to talk to the party about, but I think that it can wait.
Karis, do you
Yeah,
feel the
take your time.
boat rocking a lot?
I mean,
Rhythmically?
it's suspended in the air, so it's hard to say. And honestly, I'm just trying to get used to it. It's not giving me as bad of a stomachache as it used to.
I'm much happier on the ground.
Yeah, me too. I mean, honestly, if I'm going to be fully comfortable, it's actually in an underground room. I still feel sort of at home there. Kind of safe and, you know.
I know exactly how you feel.
It's kind of like a burrow or something, I guess.
Exactly. Not dark or dank, just cozy.
I mean, you say dark and dank like they're a bad thing.
Say dang like it's a bad thing.
It's like,
I mean-
I've chosen the wrong input for this conversation in my dating sim.
I mean, I found all those things kind of charming in their own way.
For me, it's just the earth and connection to it. As you can tell, I'm part earth. I feel at home underground. I mean, that's what I did when I was younger.
Yeah, I didn't really have a great childhood.
Well, I hope we can make your from here on better.
Oh, the group already has. They saved my life and showed me so many great things, and I owe them everything. I hope to make it up to them someday.
Well, I will do what I can to help.
Alright, so the two of you will continue chatting for some time. So time's going to travel forward. So we're going to jump to the 14th. So we're going to jump 2 days. And I have a quick message to relay to one of the characters. Soul, you have one more dream. Not the second night, but the third night you have another dream. So 2 nights later, you have a dream. You are standing in an endless void. All that exists is the floor you're standing on, and it seems to stretch off in every direction. It's made of wood, but the floor is wooden, and it's like heavily worn with age. It looks almost like a poorly carpentered table, and it's sort of uneven boards, and it goes off into every which direction. There's no light in the sky, but yet you can still see the area around you somehow. You look around, and you don't quite understand what you're seeing. You see like these mountainous things around you. Like at first you're not quite sure what they are, but then you come to realize that they're plates and bowls, but they're much larger than you. And you realize that you're standing upon what is essentially a dining table or feasting hall.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Mm-hmm. It's a dream.
Right.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to do on this table?
Yeah, I'll explore.
Okay.
If I can move in my dream.
You can move. You kind of glide along a little bit. It's strange. You're walking, but you don't really have legs.
What do I have?
Like you can't see yourself.
Oh, okay. Can I float upward?
No, you seem bound to the ground somehow.
The table.
To the to the table.
Okay,
You see, as you continue going, you see like mugs and steins that are towering structures. You
Are
see,
there any people at these tables?
as far you look off in the distance, and it's just darkness. After a certain distance, like there's no source of light, but yet you can see the area directly around yourself.
Can I keep moving forward then?
Mm-hmm. So you continue on, and you move past a stein, and you move past what appears to be a large napkin curled over and like wadded up and thrown to the side. It smells of grease.
Grease. A
Mhm.
napkin?
Yeah, like animal grease, like animal fat.
Okay.
You see a cast-aside fork that has like bits of meat stuck on it that are the size of you, basically. You move past that, and you come to what appears to be a large wall. You're not sure what the wall's made of. It's different than everything you've seen so far.
Like the table meets the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Can I go up and touch the wall?
Yeah, you can go up and touch it, and it sort of yields slightly to your touch. Like, it's somewhat squishy.
Squishy?
And it has, like, these spears coming out of it.
Can I push it?
Yeah, you push it slightly, and you kind of indent a little bit where you're pushing, and suddenly the entire wall moves away from you slightly. And it's in that moment you realize that the wall is not a wall, but it's an arm of some gargantuan thing sitting at the table.
What's the thing when I look up?
It's darkness. Like, you can only see so far ahead of yourself. But the wall moves away, and you see 2 pinpoints of red light above you.
Like directly above me?
Yeah, far above you.
Hello? Can I speak?
You go to speak, but again, your voice is gone. And the 2 pinpoints of red light expand until you realize that they are illuminated eyes of some form. And this thing is 10,000 times your size, and it's getting closer. You pressed its arm, and now it knows you're there. You are filled with a terrible sense of dread.
Can I move away?
You try to move away, but your non-legs fail to move through sheer terror. You see a hand, the size of which is indescribable, move into your view and pick you up off the ground. Its touch is uncaring, and you can feel your body get squeezed in such a way that you're sure it's completely destroyed you. You can't feel your bones breaking, but you know that your bones are broken. If that makes sense.
Oh my god! So, I'm just stuck?
Mm-hmm. It's holding you in its hand, yeah. It lifts you
now?
No, your lungs are essentially burst at the moment. It lifts you up off the ground, closer and closer to these 2 red lights, and you can see a twisted mouth with jagged teeth. And
is this Glarv? Am I looking at Glarv or something?
Yeah, it does look like Glarv, but it's also a dream, so it's not quite the same.
It's worse.
It's worse. You see this twisted smile with like jagged teeth behind it, and the last thing you see is when it tilts its head back and drops you into its mouth.
No.
You awake with a cold sweat.
Fuck! No!
Alright, we're going back to the main channel. Alright, so that is the morning of the 14th.
Let's land this bitch.
Well, that jello bitch.
Let's land this very fine vessel.
Land this cunt.
Beautiful.
What's happening?
So, if anyone has anything they'd like to do on the 14th, please let me know. Otherwise, we're going to skip it.
Let's arrive!
Yeah, I think it sounds to me like Lovette's got her hands pretty full, and as well as other things. So I don't think that there's anything else I really can do for now.
All right. So, by the end of the 14th, it is late evening when you finally finish crossing the rest of the channel, and you reach the city of Whalercog. And that is where we will call it for the evening. Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to Protagonist for the theme music, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Follow us on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND. Or want to support the podcast and be part of the Czech Republic? Go to our Patreon under Kenishra. Until next time.